All right. What's up, everybody? This is another episode of a live streaming. We are doing the NBA draft. And now, right now, the Atlanta Hawks is on the clock right now as we speak.
That's right. Like I said, I put on our Facebook about 45 minutes ago to check out and keep an eye on our Facebook. Now we are live. We are live streaming tonight's NBA draft round one. And with that, we have a special guest. We have my son here, Oliver. Say hi. Say hi, Oliver. Oliver is getting big into sports. He just finished his baseball season where he had a hit in every single game except one, and they won multiple games. So he's getting into sports, and I have tasked Oliver. He's been wanting to be in our podcast and has shown interest in sports. So with that, I've given him a task. I've told him to be unbiased and to tell me and the world your favorite NFL team, buddy. Ooh, the Packers. Why?
Because they've been doing really good this season.
They did do good last season, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
They beat them Cowboys in the playoffs, didn't they?
The Cowboys.
We beat the Cowboys, don't we?
And the Celtics.
And the Celtics. That's right, buddy. Different sport, but that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Oliver, do you have anything else you want to say for the people before you head up to nighttime land?
Mm-hmm.
We want to say.
I'm just really happy that I got to be welcomed.
Oh,
Bye, guys.
see you, buddy. Love you.
Bye, Oliver. We all love you.
Love you, buddy. You sleep good. Oh, got my hat back. And his teddy bear cookie. I'll make sure he get him to bed too. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long night for all of us. Speaking of long, JB, we got us a whole first round here to talk about.
Yes, sir.
So with that, yep, Adam Silver will start talking here. So me and JB are only doing the first round. Obviously, round two is tomorrow. JB, what do you think is the first year of the NBA splitting up the round? Do you like it? Obviously, we haven't seen it yet, but what's your thoughts?
I mean, to me, I think it's a good idea. Just for the fact that it takes less time, so they can just start going straight into training and going out doing their thing, how they normally should do.
I agree. I think it's a good for the viewer experience. It's 2 nights now. NFL does something similar. They do rounds on different nights. And, I actually think it's actually good for the executives, the scouts, the general manager, the coach. Because then you can go sit down, look at your draft board. What do your scouts have to say? What have they seen when they've went to go visit these guys? You can kind of regroup as a team and reevaluate who you want to go after in round 2.
Exactly.
In LA,
Right now,
Hawks are on
Atlanta
the
Hawks
clock.
is on the clock. They got 4 minutes left till they pick. So
That's better. That is right, my friend. Let's see what we got. ESPN's Bobby Marks' team needs rim protector. And our mock draft special, go check it out. It's in our link in the description down below, obviously. So check it out. One of our previous videos. Me and JB had Zach Edey as a number 1 pick. Probably a hot take, but this is a weak draft class. I mean, they need a rim protector. They don't need scoring. Trae Young's still on the team. Murray is still on the team for now. So they have scoring. They need a big rim protecting. God dang, and they need defense in general. They were abysmal last year.
exactly. But viewers, let us know, who do you think is going to be number 1 drafted in the NBA draft? Is it going to be Alex Sarr? Is it going to be Zach Edey? Who is it going to be?
Bronny Jr. Yeah,
I'm gonna pause the music here, so it's just all nice and raw.
That's right. That's how we do it here. Because you look, yeah, Trey Young is owed $43 million, Murray $25 million on their cap. The Hawks, I can't make fun of the Hawks because they're really not abysmal. But they're not good either. That's why it's so funny. They're the very definition, JB, of mid.
Exactly.
And you know, Researcher, the wing from France,
Mm-hmm.
people have a lot more faith in these international players nowadays. They get more of the hype anymore than homegrown American players do. And be that how you will, I mean, Nikola Jokic was literally drafted during a Taco Bell commercial. So,
Oh, the pick is in. It is
oh
in.
boy.
Who's going to be the #1 draft?
Hey, look, Kat, are you watching? Are you keeping
I
a live
can-
stream up?
I cannot watch it because I do not have ESPN Plus and I do not have Hulu, so I am just watching the draft cast on ESPN.
Okay, so yeah, you're watching live. What you're reacting live with? Okay, you're with us. You're
Yeah.
with us.
Yep, I'm with y'all. I'm with everybody.
Well, I will say I have Hulu Live TV. That's how I get my sports. The Hawks that draft room looked happy. They were banging the table. God dang.
It's gonna be.
They're happy with whoever they.
It's probably gonna be Alex Sarr.
If I was a betting man, I think it should be Zach Edey with our mock draft special. But if I was a betting person, Sarr will be the #1 pick. I don't understand it, but I think if I was putting money on it, I'd bet with Sarr.
Oh, man, excuse me. I mean, here in a little bit, I'm probably gonna
Nice.
get me something nice to drink when.
Well, that's
Right.
why I like these live streams. It's less scripted. It's more, like you said, it's more raw. We don't script it as hard. People kind of get to see us in our zone. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Exactly.
Looking here.
Oh my God, just put it in. Jesus.
Get it on this. There we are. Yeah. And you got the chat fixed, my friend.
I did. I think it's just the first live stream mix up.
Actually, trying to keep track to see how behind we are on the actual live. You know what I mean?
I think we're not too far behind.
And you got the chat fixed. I'd say about 20 seconds. I just okay.
Yeah, roughly. Like I said, I got everything all under control.
You always do, my friend. Come on, Adam Silver.
Thank you
I
for
am
coming
getting it
to the
on.
New York City.
Still not as bad as Roger Goodell.
Right.
Here we go. He's finally on the stage.
Oh, I know who they picked, but I'm gonna wait for you until you hear it. I already know who they picked. I already know who they picked.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now he's that fan's chugging a Bud Light. I don't blame you because the France player, I mean, second in a row behind Wemby did last year too. He won a silver medal in the Summer Olympics. Two-time, he won bronze in 2012, 2022, silver in 2023. So he has some success in the Olympics. Averaged 10.8 points a game. And with 20. Come on. No one is convincing me he's better than Zach Edey. 10.8 points a game. He's a Euro Cup rising star, so he's an overseas. He's accomplished some things. Cool, great. I mean, I get it. But Zach Edey is a much more accomplished player, even with the resume. Come on. I don't
Mhm.
I don't get it. I'm letting the Facebook community know we are live. Select all, copy.
But while we're doing that, while the Wizards are on the clock, I am going to get me something to drink, entertain.
Yeah, I'm on a rant about. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
entertain him out because this man shot 44% from field last year, 10.1 points a game. Overseas in France, 3.8 rebounds. I mean, okay, yeah, he's a good versatile defender. I've actually watched a little bit of film on him. He has good instincts. He's a really good shooter. That's pretty much what it comes down to. He's a good shooter, and he actually plays defense. That's the impressive part. So I get it. He has a good potential pick here, but Zach Edey's definitely done more in my opinion. So I mean, he got a good shooter here. I mean, Zach Edey would have been the number 1 pick 20 years ago. That's the reality of the situation. It's the new NBA, and he's a good shooter. He really is. And he plays defense, and he has he's a good scorer in general. So he's not just like he actually can create his own shot. So I mean, okay, I give this pick a D. It's average less than 11 points a game. I mean, okay, we'll see. What'd you get you to eat?
Something to drink. Body armor.
I mean, yes. Ooh, that's the Mamba Forever version. See,
Honestly, this is probably the best flavor that Body Armor has.
I would agree with that. They have a good strawberry banana. Toast. I would agree with that. Andre Bargnani was drafted in 06 by the Raptors, Yao Ming 02 by the Rockets, and Wimby last year. So you definitely got a lot more
So
international
now
players nowadays.
the Wizards are on the clock. Who now, since Sar is still on the a lot of people are on the market right now. But is Sar going to be with the Wizards, or is it going to be Killigan?
I would go Killigan because I mean he won the national championship at UConn. He has better statistics on paper. I think he also has a better resume than Sar does. Not all international players are going to be beasts. That's what people need to remember.
But the pick is in.
Yes, it is. And the Wizards. I'm going to say this. I think the NBA needs to adopt the NFL's philosophy on the NBA draft. It needs to have the worst team because the Hawks should not have had the first pick. I mean, the
No.
Wizards were abysmal. The Wizards, they need everything. They need everything. They need a piece to build around. They need to find someone they think they can build around.
Mm-hmm.
And with development, yeah, I'm going to say they need to draft the UConn center.
Yeah, and
That's
I
a good take,
agree.
I think, by you.
I would be surprised if they go Alex Sar on this one.
Second worst record in the NBA. Don't pick again until 51. The Wizards, they need to get this right because no one's coming to the Wizards in free agency right now, JB. At least anyone that's going to turn your franchise around. So these teams that are bad, they got to build through the draft. They really, really do.
I think it'd be funny if the
You know
second
what?
pick they're going to pick up Bronny James so they can try to pick up LeBron James.
I mean, not. It's
That would be funny.
okay. So it'd be funny, yes. It'd be the most nepotistic. I don't even know if that's a word, but that'd be the biggest proof of nepotism in sports history, easily, if that were to happen.
Yep.
Bronny shouldn't even be drafted. I think Bronny's gonna be a second round pick. It'll be they'll take him late. They'll develop him, play him on the team sometimes, send him to the G League sometimes. I think that's what it'll end up being.
Yeah, if not, the Lakers will probably pick him up in the second round.
Yeah.
I could see that.
That's what
happening.
I think. That's what I think.
If he doesn't
Or
get picked up in the early either late first round or in the early second round, or whenever the Lakers gets picked.
All right, he's back on the second pick. Two Frenchmen in a row, JB. Two Frenchmen in a
Yep.
row. Hey, look,
I am.
Wizards fans. There they are. The Wizards fans are happy. Okay, I mean,
Wow. Well, I think they're
there were
just
some Wizards fans cheering.
I think they're just those Wizards fans like we don't care. We suck, so we might as well just get something.
I mean, he turned professional at 14 years old. I mean, he averaged 21.5 points a game, 6 blocks a game in 2 games with the G League Ignite in September. That's a G League team. So, I mean, that's impressive. That's extremely impressive. So, I mean, this kid's got potential. I'm not knocking these guys. I'm just saying Zach Edey's better. That's all I'm saying. I think Zach Edey's #1 pick. That's all. The why he's not even in the conversation is my problem. I'm not saying Alex Sarr's gonna suck. I'm just saying this is a relatively weak draft class, and he averaged under 15 points a game in his season last year, for his league. So, I mean, I'm just saying these guys are far from a sure thing this year. But to say Zach Edey shouldn't even be considered for the #1 pick is abysmal to me.
I agree, because he carried Purdue on his back all the way to the championship, and he did everything that he could to even get us at least a shot, and it just wasn't enough.
And you're right. And I have the stats right here. For Perth last year, Sarr averaged 9.4 points a game, 1.5 blocks, which is good. And he did shoot 52% from the field. So when he did shoot, he made it. But just less than 10 points a game. Come on. I'm not just a stats guy. I actually watch film on these guys. And Sarr can shoot the three. He's really going to be good on defense. I think he can be good on defense right away.
Mm-hmm.
But so can Zach Edey. Sarr's going to be a very good defensive player at the worst. I think he'll at least make a career being a role player as a defensive guy. So, I mean, he could become an all defensive player. That's how good his defense can be from the film I've watched, JB. So the Wizards, they're taking a bet on him. All right, Houston Rockets are on the clock, my friend.
With a minute 50 left,
And you know,
and they're
JB,
taking
the
their
Rockets.
sweet time.
Well, I would too, because the Rockets look. I mean, look, JB. If they were out east, they'd have been a playing team. The Rockets were 41-41, JB. They were not a losing basketball team. They were the very definition of mid. But
Mhm.
the Rockets have really made improvements. They were a bottom feeder a couple years ago, and now they're starting to creep up on people. And that's a tough Western Conference. They were 41-41. They have a chance here to kind of really improve that. And maybe, may I say this, make a run at the playoffs next year,
Mm,
or at
maybe.
least the play in. I think it's a reasonable goal. Play in, try to get in the playoffs. They were the 11 seed, so I think that's a good goal. I think they have a chance to get a player here to really improve their team. They need offensive paint presence and a facilitator. I think Clingan from UConn or even Reed Shepard here is a good pick. Stephen Castle might be a good pick here either, too. I mean,
Yeah. Honestly, I'll probably pick Clinigan. In my opinion.
I agree. I agree. They need a rim presence.
Oh, the pick is in.
They have a second round pick at pick 44 as well. So we need to keep that in mind. Alex Sarr, interview's over with that Wizards hat on. Looks good on him. I'm happy for all these guys. The dreams are coming true, obviously. I mean, you love to see it. a dream me and you set out for, JB, and just didn't quite make it up to it, my friend.
Nope. We set up a lot of goals, and I think those goals were a little too high to our liking.
Well,
How we just picked the wrong goal to go to. We talked about this a while ago. Not a while ago, but we chased our dreams in the wrong time, I would say.
wrong sport, I would say.
Yeah, wrong sport.
Also
But
solid track runner.
yeah, and I wouldn't say that I was a great or baseball player. Ooh, okay.
Miguel, he's back. Reed Shepard.
Yup.
Okay.
Reed
That's
Shepard.
okay. He can. Okay, they're going more shooting here. Okay, it's a different.
I'm surprised.
ESPN just called him the best shooter in this draft in the film I watched. I said it in our mock draft special. Will go quote me, and I'll let them do the research themselves. But it's in there. Reed Shepard is the best shooter in this draft. ESPN just said that, and I actually agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're going with. Okay, they're going with shooting here. Okay, he's from Kentucky, so this is our first American player. JB.
Oh man. Now the San Antonio Spurs are on the clock. Are they going to pick a
And
big
Jay-
man? Are they going to pick another
No,
big
they
man?
need.
They need. I feel like they need more of a shooting guard or like a small forward type person, because on here on ESPN, the draft cast here, they said the best available is Klinigan or Donovan, and the best fit it's how how do you even say that? Montaz Bazelis. We'll go with that. Montaz Bazelis. He's a small forward.
You know, back to Reed Shepard. He shot over 50% from 3-pointer, JB, and averaged over 2 steals a game. So it's not just his shooting; he plays defense too.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a sneaky pick. We might be looking. Reed Shepard's a good player here. I quoted him as the best shooter in this draft, and might be a pick we look back here on 5 years and say, okay, that was really smart. The Rockets are a playoff team now.
Is he going to be the new Steph Curry?
I wouldn't go that. I mean, wouldn't go that far. I think he could be a.
I mean, Steph
Really
Curry
good
is getting
shooter,
to
though.
that age now.
He is. The new generation of basketball is coming up, JB. Think about it. Who's in the finals this year? Luka, under 30 years old. Kyrie he was the only OG. And because then you had Tatum and Brown, who are also young.
Well,
I mean,
technically, Al Horford.
respect to Al.
Al-
That's first ring.
First ring. I don't even. How old is Al Horford?
He's in his late 30s. I want to guess.
I feel like he's.
I wanna say
been. He's 38.
38.
He's 38.
Boom. Boom. Nailed that one.
Because I feel like he's been in the league for like years. How many seasons has he had?
$16?
Really?
I don't know if
16?
I'm that good. I don't know. I guess his age right, so I get a mulligan on this one if I get it wrong. I'm gonna say 16. He just finished his 16th season. Counting.
17. He finished his 17th season.
You gotta admit, that's impressive. You know what I'm gonna say is a good pick here for the Spurs?
Who?
I don't think Zach Edey fits. They already have Wimby. So even if I don't think that's a good fit. I think Ron Holland from the G League Ignite. He's an offensive presence. He's a guard. He's athletic. I think that's a good pick here for a team who already has a defensive star. He made
15
y'all
seconds
defensive
on the
team,
clock.
JB.
Oh, there
I
we
mean,
go.
the man.
Pick is now in. And honestly, yeah, Zach Edey is not meant to be for the San Antonio Spurs. I do believe they're either going to get either a point guard or a shooting guard in this draft pick right now.
What
But
if?
I'll be shocked if they get Donovan Clingan.
I would agree, unless they go with the Timberwolves philosophy of double up on big men. But that kind of bit them in the butt. The Timberwolves, it bit them in the butt against Dallas in the playoffs. All right, Spurs, 2 lottery picks in a row. They have Wimby. They weren't a very good team last year. Had the rookie of the year, was a defensive, all defensive player. So great year, but only 22 and 60, 14th in the West. Got to be better than that. They have number picks. They have picks 4 and 8, and pick 35 in round 2. So they have a chance here really to improve. Ever since the big 3 left in San Antonio, Popovich just ain't.
No, it's not cutting it.
No. In a league where, here's my thing, JB. In a league where Darvin Ham gets fired for making the playoffs, and JJ Redick, who's never coached a fucking JV, that's my one curse word on the line, never coached a fucking JV team, gets hired when he's literally on LeBron's podcast, for Christ's sake. And in a league where he gets hired as coach,
Called it.
how? As my point finishes here, he's still talking. My point will continue in a moment. Hold on.
Point guard.
Okay, Castle. Okay, that's a solid pick. I'd have went Holland here, but
Like I
I mean,
said,
I don't understand that.
They need a point guard, a shooting guard more than anything at that point. But
Okay, I
Castle
can see
is
that.
a really good pick. Like I said, I would have went with Holland, but like I said, we don't get
Well,
the big bucks.
Hey, you know, we both had winning records on the DoorDash competition in the NFL last year. So, and we both predicted Miami to the finals a year ago. So, I'd say we know our stuff. So, back to my point. I don't understand how in a league where winning coaches get fired, the Bucks fired one last year, literally. Where Popovich, people are acting like he shouldn't even be on the hot seat. I'm not saying they should fire him. But it's been a while, JB, since the Spurs have been relevant. They have 3 draft picks, 2 in the top 10 this year, Wimby last year. There's no more excuses for them.
No.
I don't want to hear it anymore. Otherwise, Popovich, I mean, Bill Belichick was let go, or mutual way parting. Oh my God. In a world where Bill Belichick doesn't even have a job, why are we acting like Greg Popovich has been doing so well the last few years? That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Now, of course, for Castle, he shot under 30% from 3, JB. That's concerning, and he only shot 47% from the field. I worry about his efficiency a little bit, but he's probably a better defender than he is an offensive player. And to play on Popovich, he's an old school coach. He wants you to play defense.
Yep. Right now, the Detroit Pistons are on the clock.
That's a team I feel bad for. Them and Charlotte. They should have been way higher in this. this draft order. I mean,
Yeah.
the Pistons were abysmal last year. Me and you were literally talking about them during their losing streak last winter in our podcast. So that's how bad they were. And they fired Monty Williams.
Yep.
What a joke. I pity anyone who goes there. Clown show. How do you
And they have I
gotta
feel
give
like
the coach-
they have the Pistons have a young roster.
yeah, and they're
They're
paying Monty Williams not to coach. You got to give your coach. You can't hand him a pile of shit and then expect him to be like, all right, now we're in the second round of playoffs in 1 year. It's not how it works. You got to have patience.
yeah. But yeah, it's something.
Now, I mean, their losing streak was unacceptable, so I understand that part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how much it was. Do you?
Well, and that also they lost Wade Cunningham in the middle of it at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, that's right. Cunningham did go down, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. And even when he came back, I mean, they still lost, but he had like 20 plus points a game. So I don't think it's not him. So see, I think it's more of the people around him.
Right. And the Pistons have talent. Jalen Duren averaged a double-double. They have Jaden Ivey, and they have Cade Cunningham.
Mhm.
So, I mean, let's not act like this team doesn't have young talent. They need to do better than 14 wins this coming season.
Yeah, I agree.
They should be, obviously, the Pistons need to give whoever they hire, the Pistons need to give their coach a true chance to build the team. You got to give him 3 years at minimum, and you want to see progression. I would hope for at least 35 wins this season at the best case scenario. That'd be my goal.
Yeah.
I say don't pick again until 53. They need shooting, though, I will say that. And they struggle on the perimeter a little bit. So I would go with Mathis from the G League Ignite here. He's a wing player. I think that fits the need.
I just want to know why are they paying so much for Evan Fournier, 18 million.
Like, they're in rebuild mode. The Pistons haven't been trying to win, JB.
I'm just shocked that, and James Wiseman getting paid 12 million.
I mean,
It gets me.
NBA contracts are ridiculous, JB. That's where the money is in the NBA.
Yeah, it's all right. Pick is in for the Detroit Pistons.
For those watching on television, I will say the golden balls on the tables. That's a fancy touch. I will say I'm an old school guy, but the golden balls on the table are pretty cool.
The golden balls. You want to touch my golden balls? Here you go. Here's my golden balls. It's nice and shiny.
You got some in the cellar. I don't know. Popsicle sounds actually pretty good right now. If you've been in the Midwest these last few weeks, it's been hot.
Oh yeah. I mean, right now it's today and tomorrow is going to be in the 70s, my friend. To me, that is very nice going outside and going golfing. Mm-hmm.
That's a plan. We will figure that out.
Yes, sir.
Right, JB's been talking about doing some golf stuff on the channel a little bit. Like I said, this we're trying live streams. We're still doing our weekly podcast, and sometimes we'll do live streams instead. But I mean, it's the dark times, so we're trying new things. JB and me have been texting back and forth, talking about doing some him doing some golfing stuff and expanding a little bit.
Because for me, oh, okay. Okay.
That's a good pick. They need a wing in Holland. I said that was I mean I said that made a lot of sense for San Antonio. It makes sense for Detroit too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a solid pick. Nice suit too. Yeah, a lot of diamonds on that. Very shiny.
Now, I think we all want to know. Pick number 15. That's the pick I want to see.
You know, Miami's not stupid. If Zach Edey doesn't get picked, JB,
We
I
better.
will be so upset. I will be so upset if we don't pick Zach Edey.
I mean, here's the thing though. Okay, this is
That'd
the
be
one.
so stupid.
This is the one thing I hate about Miami, right?
Huh?
We had so much good big men,
Oh yeah.
and we trade them off. The tall big men that we had, we'd never hardly ever used all of our anybody's full potential. Like, look at our last one that we had. I feel like he was good. We just never played him.
Side.
Huh?
Ooh, Whiteside.
No. Like, we just traded him off. Or we got rid of him. We cut him. And he's not on a new team.
I mean, Miami is known for letting go. I mean, they let Whiteside go, and I know that bothered you a lot. You wanted to move Bam to the forward and keep Whiteside at center.
Mm-hmm.
Now, ultimately, they made the right decision. If you have to choose, they chose the right one. Bam is much better. Bam's getting ready to sign an extension. I got a notification on earlier today too. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. I seen that.
I seen another thing today. Reports came out that Jimmy Butler plans on being in Miami. Now, of course, he's under contract, so I mean, it's not like he's a free agent or anything. So I'm interested. This is an interesting off season for Miami. JB.
And I agree. Because honestly, I'm looking at this. Our tallest person is 6'10".
We don't have. It's not tall enough.
No. Especially when people are now like 7 foot tall. Like we can't. I don't know.
All right, Hornets. This is a good place for Klinigan. The Hornets got. I mean, there's another team that has young talent. I mean, Brandon Ingram had a very good season last year. I'm higher on him than most people are. I was in the draft process. Man, we've been going, JB. This podcast's been going along so long now, my friend, that we were doing mock drafts with Brandon Ingram. Now he's not even a rookie no more.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, our last live stream had a total of, and I think it was like 32 total views.
Yep.
Let me quote it. I don't want to be wrong. God forbid. We only give the facts on this podcast.
I mean, remember your Stefan going back to the Miami Heat big man?
Oh, that's right. You're Stefan. Yeah, you were higher on your Stefan than I am.
Now he's on the Golden State Warriors.
And Miami is known for developing players. JB Duncan Robinson's proof of that.
Yep.
Tyler Hero's another one. I mean, and of course, Tyler Hero.
I'm gonna say this, right? I'm looking at his games. Last game he had 11 points, 18 rebounds. Oh no, he's on the Utah Jazz. Never mind. He's on the Jazz. So
Okay.
yeah, no, my fault. I seen at Golden State, so I was like, oh, he's on the Golden State Warriors. No, he's on the Utah Jazz. So last game he played against the Golden State, he had 11 points, 18 rebounds. Against Denver, he had 20 points, 11 rebounds.
There's definitely potential there.
Exactly, and we just threw him away.
Now, of course, the Jazz were eliminated and weren't playing for nothing, so they were playing more developmental players. So, but I mean, it still says something. It's a regular season game. It counts. It's a legit game. So, I mean, yeah,
Now,
you're right. The potential was definitely there.
The one person that I'm glad we got rid of is Deadman.
Yeah, I agree with that. There just wasn't a lot of NBA potential there. I didn't see anything beyond a G League player. But back to the last live stream was 33 total views, JB.
Yep.
On our last live stream. So slowly but surely, we're getting there.
Yep. But right now the pick is in for the Hornets.
Right. And we are at a total commercial break at Hulu.
Of course.
It's drink time.
Yeah, since this is the commercial break, I want to go back. It's like it's stupid. Like we throw away so much potential. It's dumb. And it's like right now we have Orlando Robinson. We don't even use him.
Oh, I mean, no, we really haven't. I don't recall seeing Orlando Robinson at least in meaningful minutes.
Yeah, because
I think Edie's probably going to fall to Miami. That would be amazing. Oh my god. Oh, that would be so awesome. Ooh.
But yeah, I want to see that
dream.
happening. But yeah, you're Stefan. I was so high up on him, and it's like yes, we even seen him on the summer league. Oh,
Is John Salon from France? Oh my god. Okay.
Saloon.
That's a shocker.
All right. Wow. Once again, Charlotte Hornets are going to be abysmal.
Less than 10 points a game, less than 5 rebounds, playing for the Charlotte Basket, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm an American. So, okay, he's a Trophy Cup winner. A tournament Trophy Cup winner. That's awesome. Oh, sorry, yeah. Trophy de Führer, Trophy of the Future tournament MVP in 2023. So there's a cool fact. Like I said, average less than 10 points a game. Did average 1.2 steals, so he's versatile. That's the big thing, JB. He's a versatile player. Weak draft class, so you're mainly drafting for potential. A lot of these, so based off what you think they can become, not necessarily what they are right now.
Exactly. It's. I mean, at this point, if you want to go pro, go to France. Play there. I mean, with much luck that everyone else is getting, I mean, there's 3 France people in the lottery picks. I mean, what is the Trailblazers going to pick up? I don't know.
Just a work in progress, JB. There's just, in my opinion, better players on the board.
There's plenty. I mean, Charlotte,
I'm not saying he shouldn't be drafted or shouldn't be an NBA player. I'm just saying there's better players on the board. I don't. That's just me.
like Don Clinigan is still on the board.
So is Rob
Like
Dillingham, if I'm not
his
mistaken.
position and overall rank. His position rank should be 1 overall is first, and his overall rank is 3.
Rob Dillingham's still on the board. He had a good season for Kentucky. You have Zach Edey still on the board, who was literally back-to-back, 2-time National Player of the Year. There's just better players on the board, JB. Yeah, too much stock on these international players, and I don't mean that with disrespect. There's been plenty of great internationals. Dirk Nowitzki, Luka Doncic is a very good international player. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yep.
Jokic.
Khalil Ware is still on the board. Dalton Kennett still on the board. Rob Dillingham still on the board. Devin Carter, Cody Williams. It's like all these players are still on the board, and yet you pick someone that's probably averaging less than, we don't even know what he's like and going to be coming in the NBA.
Now, with Portland here, the pick is in.
Already?
They drafted Scoot Henderson last year, and that didn't really work out, in my opinion. You still want to try to develop him. He's a top
Scoot
pick, so you're going to not want to
in
get
the
up on it.
game.
And they do have. That's right. That's an old school song. I like the callback, but and they do have Ayton at center. So I mean, they have, and Ayton had a double last year, averaged. So I mean, I'm interested to see where they go with this.
They're probably going to go point guard. Oh no! Dang.
Okay. That's a good
Okay.
pick. I don't think. Okay. Okay.
Finally, he's off the board.
Okay. Now, here's the question: what happens to Ayton? Do you pair those two up, or is Ayton out the door? And where does he go at that point? So there's some questions to be asked.
I swear,
Mm,
if
for-
we
or-
if the Miami Heat does not get Edie, I would if the Miami Heat should try to go for Ayton. Since we've seen that pick,
Solid.
Since if we don't, if the Trailblazers keep Ayton, then honestly we don't know what I don't know what we're gonna do with the big.
Now, the issue I have with Ayton on paper, yeah, but his motor's been questioned, his work ethic is in questions, and that's not going to fly in Miami. I wonder if he fits the culture.
If not, he's gonna get.
But, I mean,
I feel like Eric Spoelstra will put it on him. He's gonna make him a workhorse.
Yeah.
He makes everyone.
Yeah.
He makes everyone their
Yes.
workhorse. Like look at LeBron when he came to Miami. He really wasn't that much, like that all that publicity and everything, and all of a sudden that after that first uh finals run that we had that we lost to Dallas, that's and everything else just clicked. It's like they made everyone go be a workhorse for those consecutive years.
And it's true. And where's LeBron have most of his rings at? He's won the
Miami.
most in Miami, JB.
Yep.
Miami got, I mean, LeBron's prime has been like the whole career, but I mean, Miami got the best
Just-
version of LeBron, in my opinion.
Just imagine if LeBron stayed. If we would have kept LeBron through all these years, would D Wade left? Would have left and
No,
gone to
that wouldn't have
Cleveland
happened.
and the Bulls and back to Miami?
No, that wouldn't have happened. No, because Chris Bosh stayed, and obviously Bosh would have had blood clots either way.
Yeah.
So that would have been interesting. And D Wade was getting a little older, so you would have needed to pair somebody up else with LeBron. That would have been a very interesting scenario.
Well, and
Who
then
would
we
that
have,
person have
and
been?
now we had Tyler Hero. I mean, honestly. And who knows? We probably would even got Jimmy Butler as well. Who knows?
I mean, you
with,
never know.
With the salary cap keep like increasing, I mean, we could have gotten both of them.
I mean, truly, yeah. LeBron and Jimmy Butler both play small forward, but you can shift LeBron over to power forward if you need to.
No, I would put Jimmy Butler at shooting guard, and then Tyler Hero at point, LeBron at small forward, Bam at power forward, and whatever big we have. There we go. Because I think Bam is almost a exact replica as Chris Bosh. Almost same built, almost same everything.
I would agree with that. Bam is, he keeps it up, will be a Hall of Fame player.
Mm-hmm.
His number will be retired in Miami's rafters. I hope we win a title with him. We've gotten super close twice, and that was so disappointing both times. We were the underdog team twice, and we just couldn't quite finish it. I mean, we did take the Lakers to 6 in the bubble season. That was close. That was disappointing.
I still think that bubble season, even if the Miami Heat won that bubble game, I still would believe it was a stupid finals. I would not.
Why?
I don't even want to count that as a finals, in my opinion.
Why?
It just doesn't feel right.
It was definitely weird. It's definitely something I don't want to revisit. Home court advantage was, and statistically, and analytics say this, that I'll give you that they say home court advantage virtually meant nothing because it didn't. It was literally at Disney World, in Florida. So I understand that. I do. But here's my argument. I think it absolutely counts. Here's why. The players still have to go out there. They still finished the regular season. Players had a chance to get the rust off in those last bit bubble regular season games. It was like, what, 7 or 10? It was something along those lines. And you had the teams in the playoffs. You had a normal playoffs.
Like, no, here's
Rams
the
still-
only the teams that were available to go to the
For the
play or
playoffs.
for the playoffs can play.
Right.
Not
agree
every
with
single
that.
team can play. And yes, and that
Yeah, that's fair.
that seemed fair. It's like, but I don't know. It's
Win.
It's
Here's
just
my argument,
it
counter.
just doesn't feel right.
The ratings were down. I agree. Ratings were down. Fans, there was no fans. That's my argument. Because the rim's still 10 foot, the ball's still the same. There's no one out there cheering. The arena's not erupting. But the players still gotta go out there and play it. The ball's the same, the court's the same distance. It's basketball pure. It is. It's no different me and you going to play a pickup game. at the YMCA with no fans watching us. It's true. That's why I think people hate it, because it is weird. It was very weird to see. There's electronic fans. The NBA did what it could. I'll give them an A+ for creativity and trying, and they managed to finish the season. That's my point. I'm just happy they finished the season. To me, it's the same as any other finals.
It's
It's you
not
still got to
right.
go out there and win it.
I just
Still got to go out there.
still don't feel right.
Now you're right. It didn't feel right because I went back. As obviously the finals recently ended, and I went, and that kind of opened that wound back up a little bit. And it made me go back and watch when the Lakers won the title when they were on the court.
Ooh, okay.
There was no one there, JB, celebrating with the team. It was weird. I'll give you that. Rob Dillingham. Okay.
They need a point guard. They
do. That's a solid pick.
Wow. All right. Rob Dillingham from Kentucky.
Okay. His comp's been Jason Kidd. He was the SEC Sixth Man of the Year. That's the point, though. He also wasn't a starter, and he's a lottery pick. If that doesn't say anything about this draft class, JB.
Oh man.
I mean, he did average 15.2 points a game. So don't let a six man
Fool you.
Right, no kidding. James Harden was Sixth Man of the Year once, my friend.
Oh yeah, over that
They got-
stacked OKC that never won a ring.
I know, but let's be honest, they ran into our Miami Heat team. So let's be fair.
True.
They won game 1. For NBA historians out there, the Thunder won game 1, then Miami rattled off 4 in a row. But they did get that first one. They snuck it. They were a good young team. That was the last game together, and it's kind of disappointing.
And now look at them all. Kevin Durant's choking on a horrible Suns team. Westbrook's bouncing from team to team to team. Harden just doing Harden things, can't make it to the finals again.
The only one that became a champion out of that group, JB's Kevin Durant, and he did it. He hasn't done it since Golden State.
Nope.
He gets some hate for that. Some people say that was an easy ring. I think you're still a champion. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. That's my opinion. It doesn't matter. Super teams have been around since the Boston Celtics truly started it in 08. So it's no different than the Boston Celtics team or the Miami Heat team.
I don't know about starting the super team.
I think Miami just took it to a new level.
I think the Lakers. Kobe
With
Bryant,
Kobe and Shaq.
Shaq, Ron Artest. Oh, I'm sorry. Meta World Peace. Derek Fisher.
Okay.
Paul Gasol. Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol, that team.
That's fair. But I would say I wouldn't put.
I think
the difference is
super teams happened or did it way before than what Miami did.
That's okay. You could argue that. But then it became popularized in 2008 more so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because of LeBron, and they had a whole entire TV segment.
Well, no, 08 was when Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen was like, I'm going to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
That was that championship team.
Yeah. And if you want to think
That was
about
really
the big three in San Antonio.
That was drafted, though. That was built within. That's why I don't hate Golden State. I never did. Because they drafted Steph Curry. They drafted Draymond Green. They drafted Klay Thompson. Kevin Durant was the only one they picked up. They've won rings before him. They won rings during him. and they won rings after him too. So I don't hate Golden State. Never did. I don't really think that was a bought team. They
Yeah.
just drafted really well and got lucky in free agency one time. That's it.
I think it's just the fact that, I mean, I do kind of see, it's like, yeah, it could bring money in, like, but it's just the way that the the media just shoved cameras up their face, and it's like, I wonder what color their pee's gonna be. It's like, is that
I
is
mean, they
that
did.
and it was that type of thing. I just, that's the only thing, the reason why I hate about it is because the media just shoved cameras down their throat.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Good pick. He's a lottery
Alright,
pick.
the
He's
Grizzlies.
a lottery pick. At least he's a lottery pick. Zach Edey went to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Zach Edey is a Grizzly. You
Yep.
know, he was my number one pick. I can't hate it.
And he's a lottery pick. He's a lottery pick, my friend. That's all he cares about.
A good team for him to go to, JB. It really is. You sit and think about it. They still have Jarrett Jackson. He's a former defensive player of the year. Let's not forget
Mhm.
that. Yeah, they sucked last year. John Morant was suspended and then got injured when he came back from suspension. So that's some bad luck. There is no more suspension for John Morant, and he will be healthy. So you pair that up with Jaren Jackson and Zach Edey, who we think is the best player in the draft. I mean, Memphis was a playoff team before. So
Yep.
I mean, we know John Morant can do it. I mean, okay, that makes sense.
He's a young, athletic, um, freak of he. John Morant is a freak of nature. I will give him that. He can dunk over everybody. He can shoot athletic shots from the 3-point. I mean, we seen it in, like, when he came back from his suspension. He took a Kendrick Lamar song way too hard. But
He off the court issues is his problem.
yep. But let's hope that's that's out of the picture for him, and he does well.
Damn it. Ugh. That sucks. That sucks, man.
Yep.
Okay, I'm happy for him. Congratulations to Zach Edey. You are now a NBA player. You play for the Grizzlies, my friend. So, he's Purdue's all-time leading scorer. Double-double last 2 years. National Player of the Year twice. Led us to the championship game. Well deserved. He deserves to be a top 10 pick. So, congratulations. Dang it.
You know who's still
Yeah.
on the board?
Who?
I really like to see if the Miami Heat will pick him up. Khalil Ware.
I need a moment. I need a moment to fix I'm gonna turn the light on. I'm so sad. So sad. It's getting dark in Indiana. Dang it. That proves I wear pants in podcasts.
I think everyone. Well, never mind. I don't want to say anything. But
Oh.
but the next best center, in my opinion, is Khalil Ware. If no one picks him up, I would love to see Miami pick up Khalil Ware. In my opinion. Or even Yevis Messi.
Okay. Okay. Ware's stretching it though. I think he's more of a late first rounder.
But still, still What other big
Cody
man?
Williams.
What other center? True center is out there.
Ain't wrong.
Missy, Ware.
Damn it. Frustrating. At this point,
Or Quentin Post. We could get a Quentin Post.
Post. Okay.
Like, I don't know. It's
I would say Devin Carter. I'm looking at the board here who's available, who's been drafted. I'm looking at my board. I would say Devin Carter could be a good pick here, but he reminds me a lot of Shabazz Napier. He's unorthodox, and Shabazz Napier did not work out.
oh
So
god. I remember when you were high on Sabaz
that was one of my wrong takes. You're right.
back
You know,
in
I
the
have his
day.
jersey upstairs still.
Yeah.
I still got
You
his
were
jersey upstairs.
you were high hopes on him.
Well, yes, because so LeBron had just left. And I thought he was going to make a big difference for a team looking for obviously a pump up. And he's a championship player. I mean, the resume was there. Had a great college career, but definitely was wrong on his NBA career. Great college player though, but that was massively disappointing. Massively. That was probably my most wrong take I've ever had. I will say. I mean that. I can't think of anything I've ever been more wrong about. No. I really can't.
Yeah,
Dang it.
it's something. I even told you that was a wrong idea.
And you said it for that reason too, unorthodox.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Dalton Connect would be available here. I don't think that'd be a bad pick. He could score.
For who?
Miami. His overall ESPN rank is 7. On my board, he was number 9. If Miami picks on 15, so my board, Chandler's board, hey, live stream, if you want to call it that, Chandler's board, he was, number 9. On ESPN's board, he was number 7. So if we could get him at 15, I think that's a steal. He's a good scorer. I think, as you can see, we were injury ridden at the end of the season. Scary Terry was injured. We had injuries with Jimmy Butler. So I think getting a person who can score would be good in this draft. It bit us in the butt. We were not a very good offensive team last year, even in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
But he sucks at rebounding. That's the thing. But we don't really need a rebounder. We have Bam. And of course, free agency still to come. We have Miami has a second round pick, I believe. I'll find out.
Yeah, it's like I said, I'm sad that he is not a Miami Heat. But Grizzlies is a great pick. Oh,
You are correct, my friend.
the pick is in for the Chicago Bulls. This is why I miss it. The NFL. I want the NFL to be back. Hard Knocks, my friend. It's coming.
It's true.
It's coming.
It's true. It is. With the Steelers, it's the Steelers. It's in season, isn't it? That's the first time in NFL history it's been in a whole division.
Yep.
So the Steelers got hard knocks because of the whole division.
Well, the AFC
It's
North
a good division to
is
choose.
AFC North is going to be all on Hard Knocks. It's not going to be just Steelers. It's going to be all of the AFC North.
Maybe we'll get some good, it's a good spotlight for a lot of these not side people, but employees behind the scenes. I don't want to say side. That sounded bad. Sorry. I apologize. But these people behind the scenes that do a lot of work,
Side
like these
pieces.
trainers and stuff, right. I sounded bad. So it's a good chance for a lot of these assistant coaches, players that don't get a lot of credit. People don't get a lot of credit behind the scenes to get some recognition. Water boys, ball boys, you know what I mean? It really is though, laundry guys. But also massage therapists. And the Browns are in the AFC North. And we all know who their quarterback is. That's where I'm going.
Just don't go. Just,
Maybe we'll
just
get
make
to
it,
see a little bit
just
of.
make them not. Let's just hope there's no females are going to be the therapist for Deshaun Watson. Ooh.
Hey, I'd be the Brown. If anyone was want to do it, it's the Browns. With that, JB, to answer that question, yes, the Miami Heat have a second round pick. We picked 43 in round 2, so that is to be noted as well.
Man,
Of course, that'll be tomorrow. We're doing this whole first round. We're doing round 1 tonight.
woo! I feel like this is going to be one long live stream.
That's fine. We here. We're already pick 11. We're here. We're deep. We're neck in the woods, my friend. We're in the deep end now. Here we go. It's dark times. We're gonna play Madden during the dark times. We just gotta get it figured out. And we're gonna do some test runs this week. We'll figure time out for that, of course.
Like I
We'll
said,
do some test runs. We'll figure out what we need.
there we go. I actually hate it like
Just to
when
play
like your
against-
like inside of your eye, like right here, just itches and you just
Oh yeah. Oh,
hate that.
you know what sucks? Worse than that, even.
What?
This is the last major sports event until the Hall of Fame game.
Ooh. You're right. And honestly, I kind of want to go to one of those.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
It would be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun. Hall of Fame game. Ugh. I know the dark times are already here. There's literally no games to talk about. That's why me and JB are having a watch party with the NBA draft. We're doing that this year.
But no, with the like going there to the Hall of Fame and watching the induction, that was a whole different atmosphere. Like that was beyond belief.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Good pick. Honestly, good pick.
Okay.
Good pick for him.
Yes. And Chicago, they're knocking on the door of the playoffs every year. The last 2 years, they've been eliminated in the final play-in game against Miami. And, I mean, this 2023 McDonald's All-American, I mean, Player of the Year, Matt Buzelis, I hope I said that correctly. It's a wing from the G League Ignite. Average over 6 rebounds a game from the film I watched. I mean, he was number 5 recruit at one point in 2023's ESPN 100, top 100. So
Yeah, well,
and the G League Ignite, unless I have out. I mean, they've disbanded that team.
mm-hmm.
This will be the last G League Ignite class we see. And he had a good season with them. He averaged 14 points a game, around, I think, 2 blocks a game, or damn near. I don't have the exact stat in front of me. And around 6 rebounds a game. And that's a good, I agree, that's a good pick for them.
I don't know why, but it would not show me his stats. Oh well.
Hey, I got us covered. Oh, there it is. ESPN just came across 6.6 rebounds a game. I said around 6 and 1.9 blocks a game exact. So I said 2. The memory files are good. That proves I watch my film.
That you do, my friend.
I do. I will say this. I do about total prep work about 2 hours a week. I really do. I'll sit and watch it, and I really sit down and I dig into it. A lot of times it's middle of nighttime, wife's in bed. I have my phone out. I make little notes in my notes section on my phone. I do research. I do work.
All right. Oklahoma.
Sometimes I listen to statistics on the way to work and the way home, and just to get ready for the podcast.
Oklahoma is on the clock. Some pretty good, nice,
This is a
good
lo-
looking golf courses on that in Oklahoma.
Yes. Oklahoma's a very beautiful place. Super emotional. It's good to see. Like a lot of these young men's dreams coming true. These players, these are young men, JB. These are
We're
kids.
old.
These kids. I remember we're getting old. These are kids, man. Remember we were watching people go, I want to be like him. And
Yep.
now these are kids.
Oh man.
2:42 on the clock here. Pick 12. The Thunder are on the clock. And this is a lottery pick technically still. So they were the best team in the league last year, JB. I mean, in the Western Conference, excuse me, and the record wise. A stupid automatic light. I will fix that.
You
Entertain
gotta
the people,
love
my
it.
friend. I'm hungry,
yeah.
so entertain the people. This
That's why I
this
just-
is the watch party. There it is. Hey, in my house in the downstairs. This is a watch party, so I mean, this is a longer one. So I'm downstairs today. With y'all. You get to see the downstairs today. We have automatic lights. I don't even got to turn my light off.
Our first
Yeah, you lay
episode
on-
was
you
you
lay on the
being
couch.
downstairs.
It's true. I didn't have. I didn't side story before the pick is in. So I didn't have everything set up. Me and JB have been talking about doing podcasts for years and years. We finally got the means to do it, and we started small. And now I have my own section. I have my own area. But tonight, because of how late it's going to be, we're downstairs tonight. That way we can watch we can watch and live stream.
All right. Oklahoma City.
It's true. We've been in my dining room before in the past, and we've come a long way, JB. We've come a long way from day one. Go back and watch that podcast sometime. It's kind of cringe.
It is. It was.
We've
it was
definitely-
something.
You can see the progression. We've definitely improved. I'm proud of how far this podcast has come. I really, really am.
Oh, excuse me.
I know the subscribers don't necessarily show it sometimes, but support we get in the local area, I am proud of. People have actually talked to us about our podcast in person, and
Mhm.
so I'm proud of how we've come. We'll get there. We'll want to expand. We're gonna get there
Yeah,
because then
we'll get there.
this is their only pick, the Thunder. So that's to be noted.
Yeah, because I think they traded.
They
them
need
all
a
away.
second. They need a second big. That's their problem right now, JB. Chet Holmgren's a big, but this man's skinny as hell. They need someone to put beside him, an actual big. You know what I mean? But there's
And-
really, in my opinion, no bigs on the board here worth the 12th pick.
Yeah, this is going to be.
I don't think-
This is probably going to be a huge pick for OKC because they're first in the Western Conference, but they really didn't go too far in the playoffs, which really saddened me because they were
Well, they're
such
still
a
young.
great. They were a young, great team, but they'll have their moment.
They will, and they did get past round 1, so they didn't lose the first round. So
That is true.
all right. Here's Adam Silver. I miss David Stern.
Me too. I think we
Okay,
all
Nikola
did.
Topic. Okay, guard from Serbia. Okay,
Okay.
I actually don't mind that pick. Guess this isn't a very star-studded draft, so I mean, they don't really need any guards necessarily, but okay. I think that's a good depth piece. You're looking for someone who can come on off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can do that day one. Now, then that's the big thing too. He had a partially torn ACL. They just talked about that too. That was a big thing. So he's not going to be ready. Now, of course, he doesn't necessarily need to be.
Nope.
Um, he's a second Serbian-born player to be drafted into the lottery, behind one of the biggest draft busts of all time.
Who would that be, my friend?
Oh, I'm Darko Milicic. I spaced on his name. I had to reach in my old files. Remember him, the one that was drafted in the same class as LeBron, D-Wade, Chris Bosh,
Oh, yeah.
Melo. It was drafted above a couple of those players.
Yep. Yeah, he
So that's
was.
not good company to be in. To only be the now. Here's the thing: he is a creative finisher. He has a good division. He averaged a little over 15 points a game last season in Serbia. So now, of course, that partially torn ACL is concerned. Now, Chet Holmgren had an injury that made him miss his rookie season, and he came back year two and was a very, very good player. Was second
Mhm.
in rookie of the year candidate, which okay, make that. I no one will ever make that make sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense. But whatever, whatever. The year
Wave him
the year
around like I
two
just don't
player.
care.
That's right. I'm about to go fix it. But the year two player on rookie of the year. So the Thunder has success with developing players with small injury histories before getting into the league.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, Darko Milicic, officially I have it here. See it on television, was drafted above Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, and Chris Bosh.
Where's he at now?
One of the biggest draft busts of all time, and he's back in his home country. I watched a video on that actually. I'm going to go fix my automatic lights, put them on standard.
Ooh, woo.
Entertain the people, my friend. It's all you.
Ooh-wee.
All you. I might even get a snack. I might not come back. I don't know. We'll see.
But no, it's. Well, now since he's gone, let's talk. I'm just kidding. But yeah, with the Sacramento Kings are on the clock right now, and the pick is in. Just a few picks away from the Miami Heat. Like I said before, I hope either Khalil Ware or what was the other big man that was up there? Yevis Missy. Those two, I want to see us get like a big man. I don't want to
I
get a
hope that
small
fixes it.
forward.
Again, I'm still wearing pants. And I brought a snack.
Oh my
Similar
god,
to
my
you.
eye.
Hey,
Is my eye red?
we're
Hello?
relaxed. A little bit.
Ah, man. I don't know
We're
what.
relaxed here. This is.
I don't have any clear eye. Get some clear eye. I don't have any of that, so it's just going to be itchy.
Let us know in the comments if you're live with us. What do you guys think of these live streams? Kind of relaxed. We're eating snacks, talking basketball, talking a little bit of everything, really. Football. We talking a little bit of golf, life. Shit.
Yeah. Well, since you brought up golf,
Uh-huh.
here's what I'm thinking. Why? Hello, hold on. Let me refresh here. Okay, there we go. So, You got we just recently you got golf clubs now. I got golf clubs now. We need to actually go to the course and actually hit some bombs out there.
We do. We do.
But first, we'll probably have to you have to probably have to go down to go to the driving range and get that years and years and years worth of. Ooh, okay. Sacramento Kings
Rust
picked
off.
up Devin Carter
Okay.
from Providence. Okay.
That was the one I thought maybe would Miami would take, but
We don't need
it's kind of
guards.
unorthodox.
We,
It's an
I feel like,
unorthodox shooting style.
yeah, we do not need another guard. For God's sake, if we pick a guard, if we draft a guard, or even a small forward, I would lose my mind. I would end stream if we pick a guard or forward.
Oh, don't be a party pooper.
I would. Yep, that's how it's going to be.
Now, Devin Carter did lead Providence in points, rebounds, assists, and steals last year, JB.
Mm-hmm.
Your funny bone ain't so funny. I mean, he led him in all categories except blocks. It's a smaller program, but that's impressive.
Yep, I agree. But yeah, it's good pick. He's a workhorse. I mean, stats proved it. He is a workhorse. So I mean, that's good for the Sacramento Kings because
It's a
that's they need someone like him.
it's risky, but I mean, if he would have led a team in all categories except one at a bigger program, a more pristine program, I guess, not so much a smaller team,
Mm-hmm.
he would have been picked higher than this.
Oh yeah, but yeah, with all those stats and everything, yeah, it does not surprise me.
Level of competition is a question with him because it's a smaller program, but he's a good scorer. He plays defense. He can rebound. He can he can really do it all. It's just, can he do it at the big level now? This ain't Providence no more.
Mm-hmm. I do believe. I think he will. It's yeah, it's he's he's a workhorse. He'll do anything to help a team win.
And he had a 42-inch vertical at the combine.
So yeah, he's a workhorse, and he's 6'2" with that vertical. Sheesh. Wish I had a 42-inch vertical.
No kidding. All right, the Blazers are back on the clock. They got Clinigan from UConn with their pick earlier. Here we go with 14, JB. I'm interested to see where they go here because they drafted Clinigan. They still have 8 on the roster and still trying to roll with Scoot Henderson, I'm sure. So,
And this is the pick from Golden State Warriors that they traded off to with the Trailblazers.
correct.
So we'll see what they do with this trade pick.
Wait. Okay.
What?
Proposed trade.
Oh,
Wizards proposed trade to the Blazers. Malcolm Brogdon, 2 first-round picks, one this year, one in 2029, and 2 second-round picks. And the Blazers would receive Deny Avijai. I hope I said that right. I probably did not.
oh man.
Interesting. Yep, that's a trade that's happening. Oh wow, okay.
Oh, man.
That just proves that the Wizards are continuing rebuilding mode. They received all those players, all those draft picks, and gave away their.
I was surprised.
No. Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at this.
Oh,
Now, of course, they still have Alex Sarr.
Alex Sarr. Here comes on the court, Alex Sarr.
Averages under 10 points a game. Under 10.
Okay.
All right. The Blazers picks in. Here it is. Here we go. He's back on the stage.
Bub.
Bob Carrington. Okay, from the University of Pittsburgh.
Bub.
Okay.
Now,
Bubba. That means something, JB. The Miami
our
Heat.
Heat is on the clock. I swear to God.
Three-time world champions. The three-time world champion Miami Heat.
I swear. If we don't pick a center.
He's now Bob Carrington's a freshman. He's a younger guy. Now he was on the All ACC rookie team this year, so he's a younger fella.
Let's
And
pick
of
up
course he can score.
Bronny. Jesus.
That's right. Now, what I will talk about Bob Carrington for a minute. What I like about him is he can score and create his own shot. He averaged over 13 points a game, and he can rebound a little bit, a little over 5 rebounds a game. Again, made the All Rookie team, so I mean, he has a good vision, court ability. He can make fancy passes, makes highlight reel passes. So, I mean, for a rebuilding Blazers team, that's a good pick to pair by Quinnigan. You need another guard in the event that Scoot Henderson continues to fail.
Scoot.
Now,
boogie.
Miami. Okay, who are we going to go with? Please go with Dalton Connect from Tennessee. Please go with Dalton Connect from Tennessee. Please go with Dalton. He's a guard. I know you don't want that, but I think we need scoring right now. I think we need scoring. We have a big. We have Bam. I disagree with you. Please draft Dalton.
I mean, I do kind of see. It's like, yeah, we do need a Dalton Connect. But I mean, if we don't pick Dalton Connect,
Oh, not a commercial. There's still 4 minutes to pick, though.
on my screen it's 2 minutes. 2 minutes left on the clock.
Damn it. Well, yeah, I don't know. You can't break it for me. Isaiah Collier is a good pick from USC here, too. A bad USC team. I think Khalil Ware, I know you like him. I think he's a reach. I think he's a more of a late first, early second round player. I have actually a late first round grade on him.
But yeah, I do see. Actually, I'm gonna take all my stuff back about saying we need a big. I just seen all of his stats. We need Dalton Connect.
He's a good one. He's a wing more so. He's technically a small forward, but overall, like I said, ESPN had he was ranked 7th on their board. He's 9th on mine. He's on the board here. I talked about him a little bit ago. 9th player on my board. He's actually my best available. I think, yeah. I don't have that necessarily ordered up, but yeah. Wow, I have it here on my. I tell Notes.
Come on, Dalton.
Hey.
We need Dalton.
Zach
40
Edey,
40 seconds on the clock.
I know you didn't see that because you're not watching, but Zach Edey just did a KFC commercial.
Doesn't surprise me. Honestly, I wouldn't mind me some good KFC right now.
Hey, it sounds good. He's already got. Hey, look, he's been in the NBA for 20 minutes. Played for the Grizzlies for an hour, and he's already doing KFC.
Yep.
You think that's a? What do you think of that? I mean, do you think that's a good fit?
I do believe that's a good fit. All right. Well, time went down to 0. I don't know if they're gonna put more time on the clock but the clock or pick is not in and is still saying 0. I don't know if they're doing that just because of the commercial break. And my eye is still itchy. Oh, there we go. The pick is in.
I'm showing, yeah, on my TV. Pick is in. Just changed. Like as you were talking about it, it changed. People watching the live TV understand what I'm talking about. The Burger King commercial. Woo!
Oh my god. I cannot. It
I
cannot
guess
stop
I
itching.
didn't fix the light problem, did I?
Nope. Come on, Dalton.
Really fine.
Dalton.
We also need a facilitator. Of course.
We can get that in the second round. Come on, Dalton. The Miami Heat select Dalton. Connect. University of Tennessee.
Is that real?
No. It's still I'm showing the pick is in.
All right. Yes. All right. We need wing depth. He's a wing. That's why I felt like Dalton Connect here. We also need a facilitator. I would say we actually need a guard bet more than we need a wing, but he's the best player on my board. It fits what we need. It's more of a secondary need. We need a guard, but we can address that, like you said, in round 2, or possibly free agency or through the trade market. We have some assets.
Oh, actually, that's what I want to know.
Now, of course, I would argue that we necessarily don't really need a scoring guard because we have Scary Terry still. If he can just simply stay healthy, that's the question mark. And I think Tyler Hero needs to be a trade asset. I'm interested to see what happens this season, what we do.
Actually, I'm gonna wait and see. Oh my god. It's making my blood boil.
Hey, the Miami Heat draft room. Eric Spoelstra smiling. See Pat Riley 2 seats down. Okay.
Better,
There's Mickey
better
Harrison.
smile that we drafted Dalton Connect.
Hey, Spo's smiling. Spo's smiling. So no matter who we draft, just remember this. Spo was smiling.
He smiles at every draft pick.
No, he doesn't. Go
Almost
back.
every.
He didn't smile during Shabazz Napier.
I might as well have to go back.
All right, here it comes.
Told you. Told you. Told you. I told you.
Maybe he was right.
I told you. Like I said, I wouldn't have been mad if we got Dalton. But Khalil Ware. Honestly, not that bad of a choice.
Oh God. Okay. I'll be okay.
Honestly, it's averaging 15.9
Led
points,
Indiana. Yeah.
almost double double. He's a 3-point shooter. He shot 42.5% of 3-point.
He spent his freshman year in Oregon though, where he only averaged 6.6 points a game. And he was kind of skinny, and his frame kind of filled out in his sophomore year, and he was like you said, the stats yourselves. So, like I said, he shot 59% from the field, so he's efficient. He only averaged a double double. He has length, great upside. That. He does have good upside. That's okay. We'll trust Spo and knows how to develop these guys because he does. He does. He's developed many players. So a center, but he's not really a normal center, in my opinion. He's like today's new center.
That's what we need. I mean, everyone like all around is the new center. Tall, shoots.
JB's thinking new school. Okay. Okay. We have Bam, who's old school, down low. And then we can have, okay, where do the more. Okay. I see your vision, JB. I see your vision. And it's good depth. I mean, he's versatile. He's definitely more versatile than the normal center.
Honestly, I could see us trading a few players to get another first round pick. Either try to pick up Dalton Connect. I could see that happening. I wouldn't be mad about that either.
Getting him again?
Who, Dalton?
Mhm.
Probably.
Like making trades? I don't think this draft class is worth trading up in. That's my problem.
Who knows? Like I said, I mean, I was right. We needed a center, and we got a center. It wasn't a Zach Edey center, but God dang it, it's the best there is. The best that's out there right now.
I feel like we settled. I really do. I don't. I had to wait. Not a fan. I really think there was better players on the board than Ware. But you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. He has potential. He's today's new center. He is. Shoot a little bit. He's versatile.
Because honestly, who else are we gonna get? That's
Dalton Connect, the best player on my flipping board, and the Sixers could use him. And here we're gonna allow them to get him. Ah, God dang it. Okay, I'm gonna trust the Godfather and trust Spo.
because in free agency, if we're looking at free agency here, DeAndre Jordan. No. Jonas Valanciunas. No. James Wiseman. No. And like literally, it's
And
really
he's
not.
6'11". Some people in the dark.
Wave your hands like you just don't care.
Jackie Chan. There we go. You know, I'm watching tape on Khalil Ware right now, and probably about 7 foot. They haven't listed as 6'11". and he's got potential. He's a good rim protector too, so he's gonna block shots. Miami's gonna be blocking shots this year, JB. I
Like I
watched the
said,
tape. He's a good shot blocker. He's a good shot blocker, and he's got shooting potential. And he runs like a guard. He's as fast as a guard. It looks like a guard out there. He shoots the three with decent mechanics.
like I said, they could all be fixed.
There it is.
Polish them up, looking like brand new.
I've seen a couple turnovers that I wonder about his awareness on the court sometimes and ability to read a defense, but that's what Spo will teach him. That's just you got to get in the film room. Spo literally came from the film room, JB.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So that okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yep.
trust you on this trust post. Is okay. That makes
Yep.
sense. It does make
And
sense.
you said that he was smiling about this pick. He was smiling.
I did say that. And he was smiling. He was smiling.
And like you said, he wasn't smiling with the Shabazz pick.
No,
So
he was not, JB. He was not, my friend.
we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
The Sixers, they need to take Dalton Knet here.
If they don't,
That'd be a solid pick.
I would see them taking either Jacoby Walter or Bronny James.
Jesus.
Oh, Bronny.
I actually agree with you. That's who they should pick. He can shoot. They could use a little bit of shooting, perimeter shooting.
Coming off the bench with actually no, I don't. No, never mind. I forgot. Never mind. I'm dumb.
Jared McCain wouldn't be a bad selection here, I don't think, for Philadelphia either.
Mm-mm.
All right, back to the podium. Here we go. Trade. Oh, that's not Trailblazers. Right.
It's like I said, this would be a good pickup for be on the side with Tyrese Maxey too.
Jared McCain. Jared McCain. Spoke it to existence, didn't we?
Yep.
It's a solid pick, I think, for Philadelphia. They need, like you said, a guard to put beside Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid has an injury history. Maxey kept him afloat, but they were still a playing team. They had to grind their way, and they were a lower 7 seed. So I think that's a good pick for them.
Now the Lakers are on the clock.
This is where Bronny James. I'll have a stroke.
I'll start
It's not
laughing.
first. Oh my god. This is. And Jared McCain has 3.8 million followers on TikTok. Back to the day.
Oh wow, we're putting up TikTok stats now. Oh man, this is where the life is going to be at.
This is why I hate analytics. I'm a historian. I said that last week in our podcast, or traditional format podcast. I am not a analytics guy. I am not blind to analytics. I'm not a historian by fault. I look at analytics. I do. I take them in consideration. It's kind of like when you're a fantasy football and you look at projections, you take them in consideration. It's not the whole story, though. Yeah, now we're getting TikTok stats. Too much. He shot 41% from 3. Yeah, ESPN's literally showing him on TikTok right now with painted nails. ESPN has fallen so hard, JB. It really has. It's really
Yep.
kind of sad. Like, it really is. This is really kind of sad. They've laid off all their good employees. Doris Burke covers the NBA Finals nowadays. It's just not. NBA on TNT's over. I'm gonna have to start watching the game on mute, and I will. I will watch the NBA game on mute. I don't need it. I'll make my own opinion anyway.
Exactly.
All right, 3 minutes and 53 seconds until Bronny James is a Laker.
I would laugh. if he
Everyone's
actually-
watching this right now, waiting.
Patiently waiting, waiting on the world to change.
And the Lakers truly, if we're gonna take this seriously, they need a shooter. They have no shooters. God dang. Wave your hands like you don't care. I'll have that fixed next
Oh,
time.
the pick is in. The pick is in.
Bronny James. I knew it. It's a joke. It's not yet.
Oh, man, this is gonna be great.
I'm looking at my draft board right now, JB.
Would this be the first father and son be on the same team?
Huh?
Will this be the first time since a father and son would be on the same NBA team? Because I don't think there was nothing like that.
No. Not at the same time.
So the Lakers might be history. They might do it just for the history books.
Looking at my board here, JB, this is really a good spot with the Lakers for Kai Sean George. He's a shooting guard, and he is a outstanding three-point shooter. And not actually that. He actually has good pace with the ball and good vision and instincts. And if you're going to play with LeBron and Anthony Davis, who are both NBA champions, I know Anthony Davis only has the bubble ring, but both are champions and Hall of Famers, veteran players, NBA champs. So they're going to want to play with people who know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And he has good court vision. And he can shoot, and they have no shooters. Zero. None. Or I would argue, I don't know the stats, but my eye test tells me worst 3-point shooting team in the league. That was their downfall. Pick is in.
You know my reaction if they pick him. Come on, let's see it. Bronny James.
Well-
Let's see it. Let's do it for the history books. Let's do it for the history.
Another trade to announce.
Oh, okay. They got him. Mr. Dalton Kennett.
And that's the best player on my board, but I was going by team knee when I went with George. That's my best player on my board. I mean, he's a scorer. He can score. 3-point shooting's not necessarily Dalton Connect's top thing, but he can really score from anywhere on the court. I think it's a solid pick. Best player on my board.
Are they gonna keep LeBron James and stick with Dalton? I could see it now on JJ Redick's podcast with LeBron James as his co-host.
They said no podcast.
Oh wow. Gonna cancel. Or he's gonna cancel the JJ Redick podcast. What?
I know it. And Dalton Knecht is the first Tennessee player drafted in first rounds, top 20 since Tobias Harris.
Dang.
He's a first team all. He's a first team All American in general. All American.
Mhm.
That's a big deal. Anyone who knows follows college sports would be an All American. This makes an All American, JB. I mean, I think the Lakers got themselves a good pick here.
There we go.
He can shoot He can shoot. That's what I'm saying. He's not necessarily just a 3-point shooter, but he can shoot it. He shoots 40% from 3-pointer, average 21.7 a game, at nearly 5 rebounds a game. He's just a good basketball player. He can do a little bit of everything. That's an old Lakers team. That's a really old Lakers team. They need some youth, athletic youth. Okay,
Not a bad pick.
it is not a bad pick. Yep, I'm looking at that. Yep. All right, the Magic. Interesting. The Magic are a team, JB, that it's annoying. The Magic are a team, actually, I'll talk about this at a later date during the dark times, probably, when we have nothing else to talk about. But the Magic are a team I think can get to the finals next year.
Mhm.
They build the right pieces around Paolo Banchero. The Magic got eliminated around 1. Orlando's not a big market. They don't have a market base. A lot of media attention. They don't get it. So you don't really get to see a lot of Banchero. Yeah, the Magic lost round 1, but he dominated in that round.
Mhm.
They need to get some help around him, and I think they'll be just fine. They need to attract some free agents. Banchero being on the team is a good selling point for a small market.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a superstar. I'm high on him.
He's going. I think if he keeps this up, he'll do wonders in the NBA.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. The Magic need some shooting. This would be a good place from Keyshawn George from Miami. Are you familiar with him?
Who?
Keyshawn George from Miami.
Mm-mm.
He's a baller. He can shoot, JB. They need some shooting. The pick is in.
Oh, really, Andrew?
What?
You guys weren't relevant in for how many years now?
Who? The Magic?
No. Look at our chat.
34 subscribers.
All right, it's okay. You guys had your one ring. I am very proud of you.
Oh. And welcome, Andrew. We welcome all people to the Unbiased, so we hope you subscribe. I am a Celtics hater, yes. However, I predicted the Celtics to win the finals when the finals came up, so I am extremely unbiased when it comes to my arch rival. I hate Tatum, I hate Brown. That Celtics screen is disgusting, but a lot of respect to the Celtics organization. Basketball is better with them. In my opinion, they are the most legendary team in pro basketball. So there is that. But Miami Heat whooped that ass last year. So y'all got us this year. But hey, where the cookie crumbles sometimes. We got you in the bubble season too. But welcome, Andrew.
And the time before that, and the time before that, and the time before that, and the time before
Well,
that.
we got him a lot in the 2011 season with LeBron. Come on now, Andrew.
But it's all love. It's all love here. But the
That's right.
Magic just picked up Tristan de Silva.
You said that correctly, and he's actually another one. I think he can shoot too. Not necessarily his only thing he can do, but he has a good shooting range. Shoots about 40% from the field, averaged 16 points a game for Colorado last year, and around 5.1 rebounds a game. So, he had a 2.62 shuttle run at the NBA draft combine. So he has some athleticism. Athleticism, versatile player. So that's a good pick. The Magic got better.
They did. And now the Toronto Raptors are on the clock. They got this pick. They traded it from the Indiana Pacers.
Right. You know, we're finally getting comments on our live stream. This is an improvement, JB. If this doesn't show small progress, I don't know what does.
Oh, random thoughts.
Huh?
Do you like off-brand Pop Tarts better? For
No.
some flavors. On some flavors.
No. I do not. My favorite Pop Tart. Hey, this is a live stream. We're waiting for the Raptors anyway. My favorite Pop Tart is cherry. I love anything cherry. I'm a sucker for cherry. Like cherry flavored suckers, cherry flavored candy, cherry flavored Kool-Aid. I'm a cherry guy.
You know
What flavor do you think's better?
Okay, so as a off-brand Pop Tart, I think the blueberries flavored Pop Tarts. Off-brand Pop Tarts are better than the name brand Pop Tarts.
Okay, I'll have to try that. Is there a certain off-brand you're talking about?
Kroger.
Okay.
The
I'll have to
actual
try that because it's been a
Kroger
while
brand
since I've had blueberry.
Kroger brand blueberry Pop Tarts.
Okay. It's been a while since
I
I've
feel
had a
like they
blueberry
taste
Pop-Tart.
a lot better than the actual Pop Tarts blueberry. But no, my favorite Pop Tart of all time is the collab of Pokemon Wildberry.
All right, JB's going with a special edition flavor, and I'm just a traditional cherry. That's okay. That's okay.
No,
I've never had
I
that
don't.
one. I can't say I've had.
Oh man. So they're a very old.
Wait, were we kids?
Yes. This
Was the
came
frosting yellow with a blue line?
kind of. So
Okay, that's what I think
so
it is.
these Pacific Pop Tart, they came up with two different types of frosting. One was a yellow frosting with all the Pokemon characters with the little sprinkles. And then they brought out with the blue frosting, all blue frosting with Pokeballs.
I don't remember that one. I remember the yellow one. I think my mom bought them for me when I was a child. Okay. Okay. I don't remember what it tastes like. I remember that. Okay.
But no, the Wildberry now is purple frosting with blue swivels. But I have not seen those in a while. But the wild berry flavor, so good, so
Okay.
good.
I will keep an eye out for that.
If you do, let me know because I will love to have some of those.
I'll FaceTime you.
I would.
But no, I'm just a cherry guy. I like the strawberry too. I like the blueberry. Once you start getting to the exotic flavors, it gets a little weird to me sometimes. Like the hot fudge sundae. I'm not a super big
Not that
fan on
bad.
that. It's
They're
probably
actually really not that bad.
and I'm probably on the I'm probably in the minority on that one. The pick is in. Pick number 19 with the Toronto Raptors, the NBA's Canadian team.
And only.
Okay. Correcting that problem. Great commercials. Ah,
But no. Going back to Pop Tarts, though. Brown sugar is also not that bad either. If we're going basic flavors, brown sugar is also really good too.
I like the brown sugar. I have an appreciation for that. I really do. Now, I will say the hot fudge sundae in a toaster. That's a good one. That's a good flavor. It's got to be in the toaster. You can't just be getting it out of the wrapper and eating it.
Like I am right now.
Right.
But no, like I said, off-brand blueberry Pop Tarts. Really good.
Random fact: this pick the Raptors are making was part of that Pascal Siakam deal.
Okay.
That's
Jacoby
why the
Walter.
Pacers don't have that. All right.
Jacoby Walter. Shooting guard from Baylor.
Okay. He was the Big 12 Freshman of the Year. Had 28 points in his debut.
Dang it. I already drained all my body armor. Damn it.
That actually, I didn't know this. That 28 points in his debut, was a Baylor record.
Ooh.
And he's only one of 9 D1 freshmen to lead his team in scoring. So he's a freshman. Was a Big 12 freshman of the year, like I said. So we got a freshman 1-year wonder going to Toronto here, and he's a walking bucket for a Toronto team. It needs a lot of help. A lot of help.
Yes, they do. Ever since they had that 1 year. That's about it.
The Kawhi Rental year.
Yep.
Kawhi's really his last good year. I mean,
Super Kawhi.
at one point I wondered if Kawhi was the best player in the league. Now he's just he's still great when he plays. When he
Yeah.
plays,
If
that's the
if he
problem.
plays. If he plays.
That's the problem nowadays. His availability is the best ability. All I'm saying. You
The
know, he's
the accountability is
Walter.
not there.
No, I'm gonna look real quick here. Oh, with Walter, some of the film I've watched, I have the notes right here. I worry about consistency a little bit. He's more of a walking YouTube show sometimes than he actually is efficiency at times. But he's very versatile. He has a good shooting potential. So that's the notes I have when I watched the film on him. Boom. Pick 20, JB. 10 more picks, my friend. We're almost in single digits now.
Yes, sir.
In Cleveland, we're getting into good teams now. The Cavaliers, we're getting into playoff teams. In other words. Cavaliers here. I know Donovan Mitchell is under contract, but there's questions about his future. They got Darius Garland. They could use to me truly say a wing and a big. They need some big men. Tristan
And
Thompson isn't doing it.
nope, but the pick is in.
That's a quick one. Even though Even though they fired Bickerstaff, who literally led them to their first playoff victory without LeBron James in like 2030. I don't have the exact stat in front of me anymore, but exactly in like 20, 30 years. The fact and Mitchell was hurt when they lost, so him getting fired is weird. Clown show. That's absolutely absurd to me.
Yep.
This man led the Cavaliers to a first playoff win since LeBron and forever. And he gets fired. Ridiculous. But JJ Redick can get a job, but he's never coached a junior varsity team. That do you think being an oh man, that's been a while. Do you think being an NBA head coach has a woo, 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 woo. You think being an NBA head coach the power has diminished?
I mean, I would say so.
You don't have as much authority as you used to?
No. Not anymore. Well, actually, depending on what team you're on. Depending on what team you're on.
Hey, I
and,
mean, it's true.
like, if you don't have any success in so many months at this point, it's like, yeah, you're out of here.
And people don't remember. I mean, so they fired Bickerstaff, which they shouldn't have. I looked the stat up. Literally was 170 and 159 with the Cavaliers and won a playoff series. So, and then take that into consideration that they did hire Kenny Atkinson to replace him, and Kenny Atkinson, if you recall, rejected the Hornets job, accepted the Hornets job, then backed out a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He previously coached the Nets, led them to the playoffs, lost in round 1, 4-1. Was the assistant coach the last 3 years with the Warriors. So he's deserving of the job. It's probably a good hire. He deserves to be hired. I mean,
Especially
he's had
when,
success.
especially if you're was the assistant coach for the Warriors.
Steve Kerr, right?
So I mean, you
I
can
don't have.
take his knowledge and then just take it up to Cavaliers, and they have. I feel like the Cavaliers does have that potential. They just need a big man to just get it or to fill that piece.
I would agree with that. Now,
And
of course,
if they do-
Bickerstaff was doing the just
fine.
Go ahead.
Yep. But yeah, they just need a big man. But yeah, the Bickerstaff was he. I mean, he was getting it done. It's just, I don't know.
I don't. My problem is, yeah, good hire, but you fix something that wasn't broken.
Exactly.
It's like,
but here's the thing, though. It's Cleveland.
that's also a thing too. You're right. It's a dysfunctional franchise.
No, Cleveland in general. Look at their baseball team. Look at their football team. Look at their basketball team. All dysfunctional.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
It's just
Wow.
like this year.
Want something sad?
Jalen
ESPN just
Tyson?
reported that big.
Like I said, that's their abysmal team.
Not even that. ESPN just reported. I know you didn't hear it, but they just reported on TV that Kenny Atkinson didn't officially sign his contract to be the coach until today. He flew in today. The draft's today.
Oh God.
He hasn't been able to scout. He hasn't been able to get with his assistant coaches. He hasn't been able to get with his scouts to discuss with our general manager who we're going to be able to select. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like I said,
Oh
it's
my
the
God.
it's they are so stupid. They're stupid. Cleveland in general, I don't know what water they're drinking. Apparently, it's make them stupid or something.
I mean, my God, that wow, wow, wow. I guess at least they had the coach, and they said the coach was in the green room. He made it, so I guess at least he made
How
it.
many was he late? Probably.
Now, Jalen Tyson, he's a good shot creator. He's versatile. He can actually rebound. Now, of course, he's not a big man, so he's not going to be drafted to rebound. He can rebound a little bit. Now, of course, he's progressed a lot. He only averaged 1 point a game his freshman year at Texas, and he went from that to averaging around 20 in the high teens. So, I mean, a lot of improvement. Now, his first season was with Texas, I believe. I don't have that in front of me. I believe it was Texas.
But they don't need a shooting guard.
I agree with that.
Unless they're gonna pick somebody, unless some people up in the free agency.
Now, of course, they have Garland at guard, and they have. I think Chris Levert was their starter, so they could definitely upgrade. Because yeah, Garland's a good facilitator, but he's not a scoring guard, and Chris Levert's not. He's good off the. I think he'd be a good bench player. Or you could start him and bring the rookie off the bench, however you want to look at it. If Levert's still under contract, find that out actually.
Well, we're down to single digits, my friend.
That's right. Still under contract.
No. I need to put that in my bag.
Yeah,
So I
he has
don't
one more
lose it.
year on his contract. He signed 2 years deal in 2023.
Who?
Chris Levert.
Oh.
Now the Pelicans need a center. They have Jonas Valanciunas still. He's old as hell.
Actually, he's free agency.
Oh, and right, and on top of that, okay, he's a free agent, so he's not even available. On top of the fact that, and Zion Williamson is the most injury prone and is like Robin when it comes to load management. Kawhi's still Batman, but Zion's a good Robin, damn it.
Exactly.
That's a lie. I've changed my mind. Zion's Batman. At least Kawhi has a ring. Now, of course, I don't really have any centers with a first round grade at this point. Kyle Filipowski, I have him as a late first round pick. Now, of course, we're getting in the late first round, so that's probably a good pick here for them. Filipowski
Like
from
honestly,
Duke, I think.
I only see three actual centers. Three centers being drafted.
Yves Missi. I have a early second round grade on him. I actually think they're probably reaching here. I think Filipowski's a better one. I mean, maybe if they're watching something I'm not. I mean,
But that
they have
was
multiple.
that was my second big that I mentioned that the Heat if Khalil Ware wasn't available, they should probably pick up Yavis Messi.
Okay, I mean that definitely fills a need for the Pelicans. Yeah,
So
and he's a good rim protector. That's the kicker right there. He was the first. He had 5 blocks. Yeah, first Baylor freshman with 5 blocks a game.
yep.
I mean, and he made the Big 12 All Defensive Team and All Freshman Team. He was the Big 12 All Defensive Team his freshman year. So he's gonna come around. He's gonna come in immediately and become a defensive presence. Now, of course, the question remains with New Orleans: will Zion be healthy? And history tells us the answer to that question is no.
Nope.
Okay, now we have the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns desperately, 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 desperately need a point guard who can facilitate, or a big man. One of the two. They don't need a score.
Oh, are they going to though? I mean, like I said, the the Phoenix Suns are just terrible. I mean, yes, they got so many players that are so good on paper, but yet they can't play defense.
That's the problem. This isn't 2K or
Nope.
NBA Live for the OGs out there. But 2K for today's generation, this ain't 2K anymore, where you can just jump on the game and put a bunch of names on a roster and win 2 titles in a row. Fit matters. Personalities matter. Bradley Beal, ball dominant player, doesn't facilitate well. Kevin Durant, ball dominant player, doesn't facilitate well. Devin Booker, ball dominant player that does not facilitate well. There's only one ball. That's why they got swept.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball is more than just, oh, let's shoot the ball randomly. Did you watch any Suns games last year?
Nope.
It was isolation ball the entire time. The entire time. And one of them would walk up the floor. Booker, take turns doing it. Walk up the floor, shoot. Walk up the floor. There was no facilitation. There was no organized offense, it looked like. There was nothing.
I'm not surprised. Oh, that was quick.
You might set a couple screens. They might set a couple screens. That was as complicated as it looked like it got. Maybe a pick and roll. That was on a good day.
Yeah, the coach would probably be like, "Yep, set screen, pass back, shoot."
And of course, Frank Vogel got fired.
I mean, honestly, I mean, is that a good choice? I mean, he's the one that made it. Just basically just says like, yeah, just you know, whoever gets the ball first, shoot it. You guys know what you're doing. That's fine.
You see, I don't think he should have been fired. I think GM James Jones should have been fired. James Jones built the roster. Frank Vogel still made the playoffs. Yeah, he got swept with a team he shouldn't have. I mean, he got swept in the first round. It's embarrassing with Kevin Durant, but he still made the playoffs in a stacked Western Conference. It wasn't like this abysmal thing. And Frank Vogel is a championship coach. He was the Lakers head coach in 2020 when they won the bubble title.
Mhm.
So he's a championship head coach. He made the playoffs last year. I think he should have gotten one more year. That goes back to my point of coaches get fired too quickly in the NBA. They were 49 and 33. Now I agree, getting fired, getting swept in the first round is abysmal. That can't happen. I think he should have gotten one more year. Teams are too impatient these days.
They are.
They won't let things develop out.
Look at and also look at the Detroit Lions, for example. I know it's like a whole different thing, but I mean that same story. Honestly,
It is.
Daniel should have been fired.
People will
Should
talk.
have been
Yes.
fired the first year.
He's on the hot seat for a while. People won't talk about it now because it's not the narrative. But people were talking about firing Dan Campbell.
Yep.
You have to be patient at times.
And
Let's not
everyone's-
act like the Suns.
And everyone was mocking him on his first interview or podium as the head coach and knocking him down, take your kneecaps out, knock us back down again. They were making fun of him.
It was weird. Yeah,
It was weird. It was something
yeah.
different that like no one's never heard of, and now look at him.
No, you're
That
exactly
philosophy
right,
that
JB.
philosophy came true.
Yes, especially if you're not a powerhouse organization.
Nope.
Especially if you suck. Let's be honest. The Suns take away that year they made the finals and lost to the Bucks. Really? Come on. Even with Steve Nash, they couldn't win a finals. I mean, let's not act like they've been a powerhouse for years, and they sucked when Nash retired for decades.
Yep.
So you just you gotta let things develop out. And I think they made the mistake. They made the finals with Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker. They should have kept Ayton and kept Devin Booker, moved off of Chris Paul and brought in another star to complement Ayton and to complement Booker. Ayton's not a ball dominant player. He's a low post, old school big man. And then
Yep.
you should have brought in a guard to help Booker or a forward to help with Booker. I think a forward probably.
I agree. Ooh, okay. Got a power forward.
Okay.
Deron Holmes.
On hold from this
The
Dayton
second.
University.
The second.
I remember watching film on him. It was 1 a.m. I watched like 3 minutes. I didn't do super big depth on him. I tried to at least watch a couple plays down the court on a lot of these players. And with Dayton, the Dayton Flyers, actually close to where we are from, my friend.
Yep.
I think he probably would have been a higher selection. Had he played for a bigger program, because he was a second team All American. And he had 65 blocks, 65 dunks, 65 assists.
Not too bad.
Only one player had more. Only one player had more, JB. You know who it was?
Who?
Zach Edey. This is not a ball dominant player. He's a big man. He's a center. So I think that's a good pick. He played in the Atlantic Division. Again, that's not the most competitive division, and he can shoot threes.
Mm-hmm.
So he fits that mold of today's new center,
Exactly.
which I think is a bunch of fucking bullshit. But
Now Milwaukee is on the
20
clock.
Milwaukee is indeed on the clock.
But what were you saying?
I don't think you, as a center, you need to be able to shoot threes in today's NBA. That's a hard take in today's world. But
yeah, everyone's thinking about spread
It
the
all
floor.
depends.
Spread the floor. It spreads the floor.
yeah, spreading the floor is great, and you need your shooters. I ain't saying you don't. The Lakers need shooters, but
Lakers need
same
Bronny
time-
James.
at the same time, like, explain how Miami got to the finals. Off Jimmy, yeah. Bam. Is Bam an elite 3-point shooter, JB? Yeah, he can hit one now and then, but let's be honest here. Is Bam's game 3-pointers?
Nope.
No, down low. 2 finals. Oh, an all-star. Defensive player of the year candidate. All defensive player. Oh, that Bam? In the finals twice? Okay.
Yep.
Rudy Gobert, as much people make fun of him, he's a Hall of Famer. Multiple time defensive player of the year. I mean, people said it wouldn't work in Minnesota with him and Carlin. It worked.
Look how far they went. I mean, I'm just
Exactly.
disappointed that they didn't beaten the Dallas Mavericks.
I mean, they made it all with the Western Conference Finals. I mean, it's only the second time they've ever done that. And they had an extremely successful season. It ended a disappointment. Yeah, there was a lot of memes about Gobert in the Western Conference Finals, but he had a great season. The team had a great season.
They'll be back though.
Now, Milwaukee needs anyone athletic. They are old. Gosh dang, that's an old basketball team.
Here's the thing though: is Doc Rivers gonna be that coach?
Yeah.
Does he have one more championship run?
You know, almost out of soda. It's one thing to make a bad decision. Everyone makes mistakes. Every team makes mistakes. You can't find a professional team in the world that hasn't made a mistake. Kind of like the Packers took Tony Mandarich over Barry Sanders. Bad decision. Didn't work out. Some decisions don't work, but it's one thing to make a mistake. It's a second to double down on that mistake and continue the mistake and just let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers eventually cut Tony Mandarich. They didn't double down on it. Yeah, he sucks. We fucked up. Get rid of him. It's another though to go like this. Nope, he's the guy. Yep, yep. We fired a winning coach in the middle of the season, and Griffin, but we hired Doc Rivers, and things went downhill, and we lost in the first round of the playoffs. But don't worry, he'll be back. How many chances he's gonna get? Gosh dang, God, he's invincible. He must be like a basketball god or something. I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't think no one does. The pick is in for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Finally. And then we got the Knicks back to back. That's weird. We'll allow it. We have no choice.
Yep, they traded the 24th pick. They got it from Dallas. So we'll see. We'll see what this is. Oh man. You think who do you think it's gonna be? What do they need? What do you think they need?
Anyone athletic. Chris Middleton is not athletic anymore. He's old. Yeah, Giannis is athletic for a bigger man, but and then you have Dame Lillard. But I think they need another guard beside Dame Lillard. An athletic guard.
So like a Johnny Furphy?
That'd be a good one. I was thinking Ryan.
George.
Keyshawn George, I think, would be a good one. Yeah, and he can shoot. They need some shooting as well.
That's who they pick.
Ronnie James.
That would be hilarious. Here's the thing, though. Will Bronny be picked at all?
Yeah. Someone will waste their second round pick on him. Yeah. Because the likelihood of hitting on a second round pick is worth risking the chance of getting LeBron because of his son. I think that's why.
I would laugh if we pick up,
or at least the
if
leverage.
we drafted Bronny James. I will laugh hysterically. Okay, AJ Johnson. From Team USA.
Yeah.
Honestly, not that bad. He's very athletic, though. Very athletic.
Wow.
And
Remember
it's
back in the day when it was just college players that got drafted?
Mm-hmm. And now you could be like anything and be like, yeah, I'm gonna be in the NBA draft. Here I go.
Well, it's because we opened the door. We opened the Pandora's box of paying college players.
Yep.
So now you can just go to the G League. Screw it. I'll go to the G League and play and get drafted from there instead. Or I'll go play for Team USA and get drafted from there. I'll go play overseas and get drafted from there.
Yep. They used to do anything. That's what we should have done. Screw it.
Now, of course, last season he only averaged 2.9 points a game. .9 points a game. But he tested really well at the combine. So he's So he's athletic and he passed a test with cones. I'm not saying the combine doesn't matter. It matters. It does matter. But that's like saying that's the only thing that matters. You can't average less than 3 points a game and go have a good combine and people go like this. Oh, he's a first round pick. Oh, no. Maybe a late second, maybe a second round pick, mid to late second round pick. Yeah, okay. He had a good combine. He's athletic. Let's draft him late and develop him. That
Yep.
makes sense. But pick 23 in round. Come on. That truly shows how bad this draft class is. He averaged under 3 points a game, JB. No one's defending that to me. Can't be done.
Well, on the contrary, he's a really good player. And honestly,
That one bucket he got every game mattered.
I mean, it could. I mean, for USA, I mean, that one bucket probably causing that or been to win that game. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? He might be a very clutch player, and his last shot was a 2-pointer to win the game. I don't know. Did I ever see the guy play? No, not really. But I know he represents the Team USA.
You know why you haven't seen him play? Because you didn't notice, because he only scores 2 points a game.
But those 2 points matter.
Yeah. When they lose by 20, they only lost by 18 instead.
Exactly. Well, we could have lost by 20, but thank you for AJ Johnson for his 2 points.
Yep, now
Now we
That's right,
keep
the
losing
analytics.
by 18 points.
the analytics nerds are out there going like this. Yeah, they haven't lost by over 20 points in 47 straight games. You hear that?
It's all because of that
That's why
man
I
right
hate
there.
analytics. Well, I don't like analytics that much, as I'm not a super big fan of it.
All right, Nick, you got 2 picks in a row. Why are you wasting so much time?
Because they have 2 picks. Nick, time for more snacks.
I ate all my snacks. I'm very thirsty though. I should probably get back up and get me something to drink.
And you don't have to edit anything.
Nope. No, sir. But no, probably
Straight raw here.
probably for our next live stream, we will do a Madden going head to head, being our facing or playing with our teams.
That is right. Now, of course, that's also because there's going to be we'll be in the deep of the dark times then. There's not even going to be the NBA draft.
Nope. Like I said, we're going to explore and go deep diving into more. I feel like we're going to go deep dive more of the live streams more often than we're just going to record. So we're gonna you're gonna probably see a lot more live streams here in these.
Especially when football season starts.
Yep.
Now, of course, we'll still be doing short takes. We'll still be doing podcasts. Don't get freaked out, y'all. Speaking of that, are we going to so you think you're going to be able to get revenge in DoorDash, our second annual DoorDash competition?
It's a good question. I don't know. Maybe. I was close. I was close this one or last year.
You made me sweat it. Ooh. The Wizards just traded up. They just jumped. They traded with the Knicks.
Ooh.
Wizards just traded up for somebody.
This is interesting. Wizards are making a move? What?
No.
I mean, well, they basically just got rid of everybody except for Alexar. It's Alexar versus everybody.
I think Isaiah
Okay.
Collier is a good fit here. They need
Ooh.
guard help. Jordan Poole is atrocious.
Well, you got your guard, Keyshawn George, out of Miami.
Yep. That was actually the best player on the board. I just didn't think they were going to go there necessarily.
All right, well, there we go. Our next pick.
He will be going to the Wizards. And they're a rebuilding team. They need all the help they can get.
Exactly.
I mean, he made 53 three-pointers last season. So, I mean, he's going to be able to spread the floor for a bad Wizards team who really shot badly from the floor. Truly, the Wizards did absolutely really nothing well last season. So,
No.
that's a good secondary building block. They got Alex Sarr, who's a man earlier in the draft. Now they're going with Kyson George, who can shoot. So you're going with two opposite directions. A team rebuilding, you just need to start stacking up the players, and I think that's a good start.
Yep, and I agree.
Now, really, I worry about his ability to do anything else but shooting threes. He has good instincts, but he only averaged 7 points a game, JB.
Mm-hmm.
He's not really known for defense. But, ooh, it's been a while. But it's a shooting league. I guess it's okay. I just attracted more to players that do it all. I want a basketball player, not a 3-point shooting contest.
Yep.
And of course, with the Knicks on the clock again now at 25, they'll be picking for themselves. They've acquired Mikal Bridges, and a lot of people think that's going to make them a title contender. The Nets traded Bridges to the Knicks for 4 first-round picks. A 2025 first-round pick via Milwaukee, 2028 first-round pick swap, and Bojan Bogdanovic. So Bridges is now a Knick. Do you think that makes him a title contender?
Mm,
Averaged about 20 points a game last year for the Nets, about 26 points a game the year before. But he's played on some really bad Nets teams.
I don't know. Not really. But
You know, I think it might because it depends on the East. The East is weird. Last year, Miami was hurt. Last year, I mean, Boston still ran through the entire league. Still have them out east. I mean, the Pacers are an up and coming team. The Bucks were injured. They're old. The Sixers are always disappointing in the playoffs. So it's really still beyond Boston, wide open in the East.
I agree. I agree. But yeah, it's I don't know. Depending on what the free agency signings are going to be like, I don't know. I think it's going to be nuts. But I'm not saying too much on it yet, just because we don't know. I'm not because I haven't seen what the free agency is going to be like.
And of course, we got to finish the draft still.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how things look then. Now with the Knicks here, I think Ryan Dunn from Virginia is probably a good selection. He's a good wing defender. He can probably come off the bench for him now and play. They got Mikael Bridges. They got Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart's around. So I mean, they got a team. They got a team ready to compete. So I think
Yep.
that's a good selection. If they were to go that route, so to speak. And they don't have any cap space, so they're probably not going to be very active in free agency. So Mikael Bridges is probably as much as it's going to become on top of and what they do in the draft. And the pick is in, my friend. And they also pick at 38 in round 2.
I am confused.
What?
Did the LA Clippers change their logo?
Yeah,
Okay.
a couple of years ago. It was their new brand.
Oh no, this. Hold on, I'm gonna send you a picture. Yeah.
What the heck? Hold on.
That's why I. Oh man.
Doing the boogie in here. All right, let me see this. Yeah, they did. It's because they're starting a new stadium, I think.
Oh
They have their own
yeah.
stadium now.
Oh. I seen that. I was just like, what is that?
Stockholm Dadier from, oh my god, another French guy. He'll be 19 when the season starts. He won't even be able to buy a beer or cigarettes.
That sucks. That
Or
sucks.
pop home. He did win bronze medal at the FIBA 2022 for Germany. That's really what you have to rank a lot of these international guys off of, how they do in the Olympics.
True.
Because again, last season, he averaged 6.8 points a game, but he did shoot 53% from the field. So, for a league so focused on scoring, people they're drafting a lot of players who don't average a lot of points.
Nope.
6 points a game.
Dang.
horrible on defense, but he can shoot. He's a wing. He's a big athletic wing again. People are drafting. Oh, look, a big, long athletic international wing. Let's draft him. I don't care that he only averaged 2 points a game. That's what's happening.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Wizards are back on the clock, and of course, the Knicks will be getting this player because of that trade.
Oh, good times. Good time to be a Frenchman. But yeah, I'm
It's
looking at
probably really. What's that?
looking at all the free agency, and it's going to be interesting.
Oh, Gretchen. It's been a while.
It is going to be interesting.
And of course, players that might be traded on top of it. Unhappy players. There's rumors of Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Durant rumors out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy much into the rumor mill.
Because
How many times were we going to trade for Kevin Durant?
I mean, so far he's not a free agent. Not yet.
When does free agency start in the NBA? Is it like July 8th?
Oh, let's find that out.
I thought it was July 8th.
July 6th
Ooh,
at
Dang it.
6 p.m. Dang. Okay. Each NBA team may begin signing free agents to contracts at 12:01 p.m.
time? What day?
July 6th.
Boom. Oh,
As you know, each team may begin negotiating with all other upcoming free agents beginning at 6 p.m. on June 30th. But on start beginning at 6 p.m. July 6th, each NBA team may begin signing free agents to contracts at 12:01 p.m.
hold on. Okay.
So, there's that.
So NBA free agency is upon us.
Yep. And by the looks of it, there's quite a bit of players that's in the free agency right now.
Right.
Tyrese Maxey is one of them.
I was gonna say.
LeBron James, DeRozan, Paul George, Siakam, but he's planning to resign with Indiana. Miles Bridges, D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, Tobias Harris, Emmanuel Quickly, James Harden, Kelly Oubre Jr., Malik Monk, but he's planning on resigning. Just all those players and much more.
Oh yeah. It'll be. I mean, it'll be interesting.
It is going to be interesting. Reggie Jackson and Caldwell Pope are both going to be free agency.
Dylan Jones, forward from Webster State. Okay, they need a back-to-the-back presence. I mean, the Wizards need everything, but really, they need a back-to-back presence, and he can shoot.
Well, we're getting down to the nitty gritty of this draft.
Yes, sir.
Right now, the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to be on the clock.
Now, Dylan Jones for the average double-double. And he's a forward, but he moves like a guard. So that's to be noted. He'll be going to New York, if I have that correctly. So
Oh, man. I mean, he's 6'4", 237 pounds.
Right.
Man, what I would do to be 237 pounds athletic. Man, that would be a dream.
you got one of those things down, right?
Yep, I'm 6'4", but I am not 237 pounds of freak of nature.
Mm.
I mean, if I could gain weight, it'd be a whole lot of different story. But I can't.
You get the whey protein.
I did.
It didn't do shit.
Nope. Guys, remember, I took almost the whole tub, and I still didn't gain nothing.
Right.
That was
I remember you doing that.
That was back in freshman and sophomore year. And those were like massive. Like the tubs were like massive. It had to stay on in my kitchen counter at home.
Because the tubs were so massive.
Yeah, couldn't fit in our cupboard or anything.
I remember that actually. I was going over there and it's like, holy crap. Yeah, you didn't really gain much weight, did you?
Nope, I probably gained like 2 pounds.
Literally.
So I think it's because I just ran it off, or because I was so athletic, or I was doing so many things.
Time, right. And a lot of that is metabolism and stuff like that too.
But now it's caught up to me. I don't got my 8-pack anymore, so
That's right.
all I got is my
12-pack.
yep, the fat. It jiggles. That's all I know.
I think Minnesota here could use. See, Tyler Smith would be a good option here for them. Maybe a guard as well, because I wonder how much longer Mike Conley can keep going at the pace he's going.
Mm-hmm.
So a facilitating guard possibly to replace Mike Conley might be smart here, or a wing.
Yeah, I agree.
They're kind of slow, especially when Rudy and Gobert and Cat are on the floor at the same time. They're slow. They need a little bit more speed,
Mm-hmm.
a little more athleticism. A good wing here, Ryan Dunn, possibly. Pick is in. Tyler Smith from the Ignite.
Or Bronny James.
That's right, from USC. 5 points a game. All right, commercials are over.
Oh, there he is. Good God.
What?
So when I clicked on his name to see pre-draft analytics, you see him and you see LeBron James in the background.
Oh dear lord. Of course you do. God. All right, here come the Timberwolves. That was horrible. Do that again. Okay. Terrence Shannon Jr. is a good selection there. That's a good wing. He's a senior. He had a really remember I was talking about in our mock draft special how his athleticism really showed in that Big Ten tournament.
Mm-hmm.
He was all Big Ten, but his draft stock rose in that Big Ten tournament when Illinois shot some people.
Oh yeah.
He's a good transition player. He's fast, and like I said, they need some speed. And to be excellent in transition, the Timberwolves need that. Like I said, with Cat and Gobert are horrible in transition. They're slower than molasses. So that's a good selection.
Now the Utah Jazz.
That's right.
Who are
Also,
the-
the Nuggets.
Oh, never mind. That's the next pick. I'm trying to
Yes, sir.
trying to speed it up a little bit.
Hey, there ain't much more to speed up, my friend.
Nope.
Their pick is in. They've been on the clock a minute.
Because honestly, I think the Denver Nuggets really does not need much.
They don't.
They just got unlucky, in my opinion.
They need a second big,
Mm-hmm.
which of course they already drafted one with that center from Dayton.
Dayton.
I think Kyle Filipowski is a good fit here. He's the best player on my board. He's a center from Duke. Had moments, so I think that's a good selection here for a team needing a second big man, in my opinion. When Jokic wasn't out there, Pat and Rudy Gobert tore him up.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily Jokic, but they need a second person beside him. He can't do it all.
At first, it was DeAndre Jordan was the backup, but
Right.
I mean he can't do much because I mean it's DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, that pick's in now, man. Oh man.
Pick is in. It takes longer to announce it to
Hey,
Ryan
here comes Adam
Dunn.
Silver already. Ryan Dunn. Okay, he was
Small
actually my
forward.
one.
Out of Virginia.
Third player on my board. Okay. That's a solid pick. That's a forward.
It's not West Virginia.
Virginia.
Virginia. West Virginia.
He's already a defensive masterpiece. All is the SEC all defensive team this season, so he'll be able to come in immediately and make an impact on defense. And to play for Mike Malone, and you gotta be able to play defense.
Mm-hmm.
But more bench depth, like you said, like they don't really need a lot. He had 50 blocks and 40 steals in a season. Only Virginia player in the last 25 years to do that. So he's a good defensive player, blocking and stealing. Like I said, they don't really need a lot of offense. They have Murray and Jokic. They need some more defensive presences and a bunch more Alfreds, which I got, in other words, role players,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to kind of boost their chances. Good pick.
Yeah, I agree. He's a defensive menace. So and
Yes.
that's what you need because not a lot of players on in the in Denver can actually play that great of a defense. Because
Yeah.
you got Jokic down low and pretty much it.
Now there's another player also. He averaged around 6.8 points a game. So another player But you're drafting him based on his defense,
Mhm.
not off of his offense. I can live with this because it's defense. I mean,
Yeah, but and
you already got one side
plus
of the ball down.
plus that offense can develop.
Yes,
I mean, look at Aaron Gordon for example.
right. There's a proposed trade that would actually send him to Phoenix, not Denver, and of course they could use all those things too. They need defense. They need non-ball dominant players.
Hmm.
So he'll likely be going either way if that trade falls through. Not either one's a good fit.
And the pick is in for the Utah Jazz, so this is going to be a quick one. And like I said, it's taking longer to.
And the Jazz have 2 first-round picks tonight. They have 15 total first-round picks up to the year 2031. So they've been a team tanking, building for the future. With that, obviously, they're building for the future. So I
Hmm.
think Kyle Filipowski is probably the best player on my board right now. So I would take him if I were them. They already drafted Cody Williams from Colorado, and he was a wing. And they also have one round 2 selection at 32. So they'll be picking up early in round 2.
Yeah, and I and yeah, and they went 31-51. It's been a while since they are in the building stage, but I think it's a good time to try to make a run for it now than what they should be doing.
Right. Right. All right, here's a commish.
And I don't agree with this pick at all. Isaiah Collier.
He was the second best player on my board. Okay. I don't think that's necessarily horrible. The Jazz are rebuilding. Um, the guard from USC is a good scorer. They they technically do have Laurie Marketing. Okay. Tell us more why you don't like it.
Mm, like you said, Kyle Filofsky. Um, I feel like he's a lot better pick than Isaiah Collier was, but that beats me. That but
Uh,
but yeah, that's why I really don't agree with it. But at the same time, I don't hate it. I like it, but I don't hate.
he played for a bad USC team.
Yep.
He did average 16.3 points a game, shot around 50% from the field, so he can play. Um, with that, JB, the Celtics, the last pick, JB. This has been fun. We got some comments. We actually gained a subscriber doing this live stream tonight, so we've made some progress. We got 2 comments on our. Thank you, Andrew, for our comments, getting involved, even though we disagree. Even though we disagree, um, it's okay. It's a beautiful part of life. It's fun, JB. I've enjoyed it. We made
Hmm.
some progress tonight, my friend.
We did. Yes, we did.
So as we wrap this up, JB, the Celtics will be the last pick. Um, again, of course, this live stream was taking place of our normal podcast. It's been a long 3 hours, JB.
Mm-hmm. It has.
It's been a long 3 hours, but hey, dedication, dedication.
Dedication goes a
And
long
some of
way.
us, yes, sir. And now here, this is gonna be a weird take. I think Kyle Filipowski is also a good pick for Boston here. Because you think about Porzingis, who are their bigs? Porzingis, injury prone. Al Horford, old. Al Horford, old. They need another guy in that wing who can kind of step up a little bit, in my opinion.
Yep, and I agree, and I do believe that's who they're gonna pick too, in my opinion, because honestly, they don't got a lot of bigs left. They could fill Kristaps Porzingis's shoes.
Oh no, 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 no.
I mean, but honestly, what shoes are they gonna fill? Not much.
You're not very high on Porzingis.
No, because he's too much of an injury prone.
Yeah, he is. He's been injured for full
Like I
career.
said,
always will.
he should just relax, not do a dang thing. Just rehab, rehab, rehab until the doctor says like, "Yep, you're 100% ready." Instead of doctors like, you're about 60%. I'm gonna go play. You're still getting paid regardless.
I get it though. I understand finishing the finals. You only get one shot sometimes. And he got his ring.
Exactly. Like I said, it's just if you know you're injury prone, you you can only play 30 games in the season. Or probably less than that. And you're on and off, on and off, on and off. Like it's like, dude, just sit out and just wait until you're 100% ready. All right.
And he is having surgery. So
good
yes,
and get
the last pick of the draft, JB, of round 1, sorry, excuse me, of tonight's NBA draft. Our first draft live watch party.
Yep.
We've had some people been watching, JB. Obviously, we've got on the video 4 likes and 2 comments and a new subscriber. That's all in a 3-hour period, my friends. We've had people on here. We've had people watching throughout. Obviously, we've been talking the whole time, so we haven't been keeping up with all that. But we've had people. Obviously we've had people on here, so it's good to see we ain't just talking to ourselves.
Exactly. But we like doing that.
That's fair too. And of course, we'll get more views throughout the week.
Yep. Madden stream, here we
That's
come.
right. That's right. Will it be next week? Will it be the week after? And who knows? Future to be determined.
Maybe not next week.
I think so. I think that's a good idea.
Well, maybe next week. Not probably not the week after.
Oh, right. Well, obviously, right.
Yep. Yep.
I'll leave that there. Unless you want to further explain.
So, the beginning of July is going to be a busy schedule for me, in particularly. Chandler over here is also being part of it, but I'm getting married on July 7th.
Woohoo! Join the married club.
And we're going to have a dinner on the 6th. So, and that shows. So, like I said, the beginning of July is going to be a busy week.
We may take a week off to celebrate your wedding. We'll figure that out at a later time. Worst case, I'll do a short take to make up for the content. Worst case, but
yep,
I'll leave that up to you. We'll figure that out.
But yeah, probably won't see much of me. Probably not a lot here lately.
That week. That week, right?
Yep. Or whenever we decide to go on our honeymoon.
That's true too. Right.
And the pick is in, and they went with a shooting guard. Why?
I mean, they need. I mean, I ain't gonna question them. Those are defending champions.
I'm questioning it. Why did they need that? They got plenty of guards that's capable.
I agree.
Like y'all need a power forward and a center. You got an old person that's about to go on a cane, like literally. Like you see him running up and down the court, you might as well just give him a cane so he can walk properly. And you got injury prone McGee over here that can't stay healthy for 2 games in a row. Like, and you don't have any big man or power forward that can fill those shoes. So why in the heck are you going shooting guard? Just
You know why?
it's because I'm probably know why. It's because all that partying, all that alcohol is still in your systems, and you got that trophy sitting right next to it, and you're like, "Dang, I'm gonna make love to that trophy tonight." Still, because you guys are that drunk and that too much high on your partying. So yeah, I could probably see why this pick is done because y'all are drunk.
You know, I think it's just so we can say Crichton one time before the draft party concludes.
Oh, is he from Crane? Oh, he is.
Yep.
Crichton.
Right. With that, JB, we just concluded the first round, my friend. With that, JB, it is 11:19 Eastern Standard Time, our time zone. So with that, JB, we're gonna have people, my friend. This concludes our watch party.
Man, our first watch party,
That was a success.
it was a very success. Um but yeah, like I said, thank you all for watching. There's plenty of more live streams in front of us. So yeah, it's great to be doing things that we love and enjoy. Especially talking sports with my best friend over here for 20 plus years.
That's right.
It's a great experience. Wouldn't to do with anybody else. But like I said, we got plenty of ideas coming your guys' way. And hopefully you guys will all enjoy a lot more live streams and a lot more out of our comfort zones.
Yes.
So, but with that, that's all I got.
And I'll end on this. JB's right. We're doing an unbiased partake. Fantasy Football League. We'll be keeping track of that on our Facebook and weekly podcast as well. So we'll be doing live streams on Madden. Dark times are here. So the NBA draft round 1 has concluded. So a big thanks to come for the unbiased. That's all I have. My side note is actually this. I always do a side note. So Ed Policy will be replacing Ted Thompson next year as the Packers CEO. For those not familiar, the Packers do not have an actual official owner. So we have a CEO who's appointed by the board, and he kind of acts as the owner for all of us owners combined. So, and the retirement age of 70. Mark Murphy hits that age. So Mark Murphy will be retiring after this season and will be replaced by Ed Policy. So that's a side note as a sports fact today. That's all I got. As always, go Pack, go. Let's go Heat. And bowler up, baby. Brian James getting drafted tomorrow. Woohoo!
Woo. And I'm going to end on this. We'll see you all next time. Either it's going to be a live stream or a podcast. But until then, let's go Heat. Let's go Purdue. And let's go Steelers. We'll see you all next week.
See you next week.